Soldier. Welcome everyone to Octane Online Racing Simrigs Sprint Series from Oulton Park. This is Split Ascari in the Asia Pacific region. I am Sean Ghostmiller, bringing you all the action tonight with my good friend Alex the Man Bowen. How are you, Alex? How are you?
I am fantastic, Sean. It is great to be back for more Sprint Series action. And we are at a fantastic track, Oulton Park, for round one. Oh, Oulton Park. What more can I say? It is just absolutely phenomenal. Feels like a roller coaster around here.
It certainly does. Bumps everywhere. We, of course, are as happy as a Cheshire cat because we are in Cheshire, in Old Blighty. That's where Oulton Park is based. Really old school circuit, created back in the 50s. With more corner names that you can poke a stick at. So we'll try and remember them all over the evening, but really keen to see tonight. I was looking at the entry list today for Split Ascari, and there are some real hard-nosed drivers in there. So the mid-pack, I think, is going to be on for young and old.
Yeah, Split Ascari was fantastic to watch last season. It has big shoes to fill coming into this season. We seem to have a bit...
Oh, wow.
That went crazy quickly. But yeah, Split Ascari has some big shoes to fill this season. Hopefully it can deliver.
So a big welcome to all our viewers who are having a fantastic Thursday evening. Really excited to be back. We got qualifying underway, just 10-minute qualifying session. Looks really dry out there as well. Actually, quite sunny as well, which is strange for England, so it's a bit weird. And of course, we are running some fantastic custom deliveries, as you would have saw last night. Is Barbecue Buns, Mike Rio in the bonsai entry. Obviously likes his soy milk. Each of their own.
Yeah, it's a nice colour on that Aston Martin. Just like that sort of pale yellowy green sort of colour with the bonsai branding. It's quite nice, especially with that add of red. So already onto a winner there with Mike Rio.
It's a really interesting track, this one. It's got a lot of character about it. Quite a few people in OOR that raced it last night and also are racing tonight. It's one of their personal favourites. It's definitely up there with mine, being a big Brands Hatch fan as well. It's got a lot of characteristics from Brands as well. So, yeah, really, and it punishes mistakes.
Yeah, it is incredibly difficult to get it right because all of these corners are either uphill or the braking zones are just very, very hard to nail. It's similar to like Silverstone, Brands Hatch almost combined, because both of them are they're all very difficult to get absolutely nailed on. But when you do, oh, it feels so good.
Looking here at Ali Kyrudin in the Bentley. So I think we've only got one or two Bentleys racing in the entire Sprint Series out of all the splits. So. But Kyrudin is no slouch behind the wheel, so really interesting to see how he hustles his Bentley around this track.
Of course, running around the Simrigs BWE Motorsport car. It's a very nice livery. Of course, Simrigs is the primary sponsor of the Octane Online Racing Sprint Series this season. It is great to have them on board. So you can see here, you can visit simrigs.com for all your sim racing needs, and if you are a patron, you will receive 5% off in store. So make sure you get onto that as quickly as you can. Of course, plenty of time to do so. But for now, let's keep focused on Ali Kyrudin's lap here. So easy to make a mistake.
Comes through George there now, and now towards Lodge Corner and Deer Lake. Really tricky corner this one. You're braking just right. Clip that apex. Don't get on the throttle too early. A little bit of oversteer on the exit there. Then flick it through here and just straight line as much as possible. And he goes up to third with a very nice lap. Oh, and then Gibbo just pops him off straight away.
Our current fastest lap, though, is a 32.8 from Matty Lamb. That is rapid. But then again, the Porsche does seem to be very rapid around here. 3 of the top 5 are all in Porsches, with Matt Lamb on top from Paul Britt, about 300ths behind, doing very nicely in the Pro-Am entry. Oh,
wow.
I think...
Look at that.
Oh.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
That is
special.
Rugras Face Racing. I have no idea where to begin with that one.
I mean, he's in a Porsche, so I do have a soft spot, but wow, that's, what's the word? Bold. We'll go with bold.
I reckon it stands out, that's for sure. Of course, Doug Wilson currently in P11, just behind Michael Pickford and ahead of what looks to be Braden Ross.
Yeah,
Well,
and
now
Pickford is top in there.
Now it's Steve Crossland in P12, but yeah, Braden Ross, Space Dog, back in the Sprint Series in Ascari, looking wonderful in that Bentley, of course. No custom livery there, just all black, but
Kind of suits the Bentley. It's just nice and classy, kind of like what a Bentley is, just very smooth.
Indeed. But oh, I am very interested in this one. The
Mr. Men.
yeah, the Mr. Men and Little Miss Porsche of Organised. That is great livery from the Warren Tire Tribe driver.
That's fantastic. That looks awesome. Who is your favourite Mr. Men or Little Miss? Do you have one?
Ah, God, I haven't thought about those books in years.
I was a Mr. Bump person.
Does that reflect your actions on track?
Sort of. Just generally me in general, I tend to be a bit accident prone sometimes.
No, that's fair enough.
That's a question for chat. Your favourite Mr. Men or Little Miss? Off you go.
Yeah, lots of love for that livery. And speaking of liveries, Avid's asking, got any weebs in this tier? Well, I reckon if you go over to Callum Gibbons, we've got very nice weeb livery here, I believe. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that's one of the male VTubers from one of the agencies that I mean, like I said, I could be wrong. Would have to have bit of confirmation on that one.
I'm going to leave that with you. Actually, red and black though. I'll give him that. Better than Essendon supporter that I am. I'm on board.
Yeah, very nice.
Fantastic. This is one of my absolute favourites. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is a man after my own heart right there.
Yeah, black and blue always works, and just the way that it's done, it almost looks like you just thrown like a paint bucket at the car and called it a day.
What I do find interesting, this is Paul Britt and his Pro-Am. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I don't think that'll be a black number next to his name in 2 rounds' time.
Nah, I think something's going on there. Oh, he's being held up a little bit by this Ferrari. He's just gone a bit wide.
Look at those gaps. Look at the gap there. 0.0, is that 0.7? So absolutely nothing in it. What might have cost him, I don't think he'll improve this lap, but he seems to have backed off a bit. Does he have time for another flyer?
Yeah, you'll have one more lap in him. Currently here with Benjamin Piper in the Promobile esports entry.
I've got 3 Bentleys here, by the looks of it, if my maths are correct. So
yes, 3 Bentleys from what I see as we see the Aston Martin just go up. A few drivers finishing up their laps now. So Crossland, Morass, Pricciato, Taylor, you can see in the pits, so too McKellar. They're all filing in now, finishing up. What can Benny Piper do? Currently P3 in the Bentley, the lead Bentley. About 3.5 tenths faster than the next Bentley of Ali Khairudin. Gets loose out of the second last corner at Lodge. And can he improve? No, but he'll have time for one more. Just gets in, but he chooses not to go with it.
Here's Matthew Lamb currently in first for Gazoo. 1:32.8 the best time, which is a low level flying. Can he go even quicker though? I have seen a quicker lap in the practice server. I was following him around. Well, following is one word. Oh, look at that, a 32.3. That is a stonking lap.
That is what we've come to expect from Matthew Lamb. He has been very, very fast here in practice, but also to qualification for the upcoming VRS Pro Series.
Which of course is happening Saturday night, which is very exciting. So some more OOR racing action on a Saturday night, which is fantastic. So we are doing nothing on Saturday. Make sure you tune in. Of course, live and free on YouTube.
Yes, I believe it will have the first round the week after the Silverstone 6 hour.
Yep, that's right. Of course, that is plenty of action coming up in our. I was just looking at my calendar. Like, whoa, yeah, it's going to be a busy time. Ascari Rudin now. Can you go quicker? Stay 6th position.
He'll be slightly disappointed with that one, I reckon, Ali Kyrudin. Here's Regan Herbert in the Worn Tyre Tribe entry, still running. Similar livery to what he has previous seasons, stays in P7. So it's Matthew Lamb and Paul Britt creating a Porsche 1-2 here at Oulton Park for round 1 of Split Ascari.
Very disappointed in that. I'm shattered. Fair take. Great to see some of these names that we do know. Oh, look at that mid-pack, though. I'm really excited about that mid-pack. From probably, I reckon, Crossland down, there is some real hard-nosed races in there.
Yes, there's some very, very strong races in that pack from Crossland down. I can name a few. Well, you've got Crossland, McKellar. Really, you can just name all of them. Real, Hind, Hill, Morass, McNeil, Clark. They're all really hard races down that mid-pack. Anyways, let's run down the grid, see what liveries we can find. So we've got the Porsches at the front. Then Benny Piper, I believe that is...
Perm Mobile?
Yeah.
Laskus love that thing.
Simrigs Bentley looks fantastic. Just the red and the white. Works well.
Ooh, look at that BMW. That's not a custom. That is a custom livery.
Yeah. That's
Oh, look at that Porsche. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a bit of fire and ice there. I like that. Oh, that Aston. Oh, that Aston. Tips.
Yeah, the Bosch Aston with the Kiwi at the back, fantastic.
Oh, I like that as well.
Yes. A Red Bull livery Mercedes.
That would go. I wonder what Toto thinks about that. He might send an email off.
No, Mikey, no, this is so not right. Oh, that.
Alex.
This looks wonderful. The Honda with the thingy on the front.
I like that.
Yeah, some really nice liveries coming out. Of course, Martini.
Martini Porsche. Straight to the top of the class.
Yep.
Oh, the Beamer, the Midas Beamer, yes. Big fan. Great livery there.
Oh, yes.
The Farmers Union, of course. TTM, nice. Again, yeah, just some great creativity as well. That's what I love about it. That's
Well,
nice as well.
that Mercedes is a striking livery. The Ferrari, the black Ferrari as we tried, the 959.
Of course, there's our Simrigs safety car, the Camaro for this season. Fantastic. Look at the safety car that is.
Yes, and I mean, the Camaro always looks wonderful no matter what livery you throw on it. Don't make that a challenge, please.
So we'll have, of course, one safety car. We'll pull away and we'll have a formation lap. Now, last night, it basically all kicked off at turn 2. So basically what happened is they come through Old Hall. There was a little touch, a couple of cars, and then down into Cascades, it absolutely all kicked off. We had a safety car on lap 1. Can the Split Ascari get through one clean lap? This is going to be the big question.
Yes, it's going to be key, but as we run around this formation lap, we might as well take a look at the track. So coming down now through what is called turn 2 at Denton's now through Cascades, a very, very tricky left-hander to get right. You gotta almost take it double apex, but gotta get on control as early as possible. Then you're going down Lakeside here through towards Island Bend at turn 4. Very, very fast left-hander. Not flat, but you've got to be really, really committed.
Yeah, some cars take it differently than others. The Porsche is literally just a slight lift, get the nose in, and off you go.
Yeah, it's similar with the BMW. The BMW sort of lift off a little bit and then get on control as early as you can to get the best exit. They just went through Shell Oil's corner, so that is Shell corner at the hairpin. Very tricky. You've got to, again, take it almost like a double apex, then through Britain's, which is this very, very tricky chicane. You'll see a few drivers take different lines through there. Some will take the curb, some may not.
Now to I reckon the trickiest part of the track, Hislops and Knickerbrook. Really important to get your line absolutely spot on through here.
Yeah, it's super difficult because you have to brake at the perfect spot and then take out the fake tyre barrier there at Hislops before you get through Knickerbrook. It's the curve on the outside is very, very abrasive.
Yeah,
Then
you can only literally touch it, because if you go a little too further down the road, there's a huge bump that will just throw your car completely off track.
Yes. Now through the foresty section now, so you have through Clay Hill and Water Tower, then you're into Druids Corner. It seems every British circuit has a Druids in some fashion, but the safety car will start to break away very, very soon with drivers forming up in double file. Now they go through Warwick Bridge, and then they'll head around Lodge Corner, up Deer Leap, and that will get them back onto the start-finish straight when we will get this race underway. 60 minutes we've got for Split Ascari here at Oulton Park for the Simrigs Sprint Series. It will be Matthew Lamb from Paul Britt, Benny Piper, Callum Gibbons, Arna Zaskas, Ali Kyrudin, Regan Herbert, Steve Crossland, Jake McKellar, and Mike Reel, the top 10. Who will get the jump? We are awaiting a green flag, and
Green light.
underway. So Matthew Lamb gets a really good start over Paul Britt, and we have a little bit of a touch between Benny Piper, and there's Callum Gibbons off into the grass at turn 1. Can he stay off the track? Yes, he can. So hopefully,
this could be bad. This could be bad. There's a big bump there. It looks like Josh Hill there in the CP Motorsports entry. That will be. I'm sure we're going to get a safety car here.
Yeah, there's been a bit of chaos again at Oulton Park in the first few corners. And yeah, they're all going slow now, so we are under safety car conditions. Well, what an eventful start.
There we go. So safety car will be out on track. Well, they got a little further than last night, but probably maybe 3 meters.
Yes, it wasn't much further, but it is still Matthew Lamb. And then you've got Benny Piper, who got a good start against Paul Britt, then Arna Zaskas following through. So that's your top 3, but still a little bit of change. And of course, a few that have lost out. First, it was Callum Gibbons going off onto the grass. And yeah, just managed to stay off track, but then there was a Porsche around, and from there, it was chaos. But
here we go, we've got a replay, so see if we can break this down. So Lamb got a fantastic start, but you see there on the inside, Britt just got caught in the wrong spot there, nowhere to go, and you see, was that a touch, or was that?
Yeah, I think that was a touch from Kyrudin.
Yep. And we've got a couple of cars off here.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there was just a bit of congestion and just the slightest of touches from Ali Kyrudin in the Simrigs BDE motorsport car behind, and that sent Callum Gibbons around.
We've just had a big bold call from Matt Power in chat, by the way. He says Becketts will be the only split without a safety car. Ooh.
The blood split without a safety car?
That's a bold call.
Do I trust it or not?
So it looks like we will have another lap under safety car, same as last night, just allow people that do have damage to catch up as well. Josh Hill, so we'll find out what happened here with Josh. So you got off to a pretty clean start, kept out of trouble there, looks all good.
They'll be into this corner here at Cascades.
Oh, yep.
Just
So that, I was going to say, that is classic Porsche things there. That bump, if you don't hit it right at the Porsche, you're going around every time. And then it's literally the southeastern arterial at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep. Yeah, just losing it on the bump and around you go. Like Porsche, it may be quick around here, but if it bites, oh my god, is it going to bite?
It certainly does. So we've got some winners and losers there. So Piper's moved up to second there. So Ascari's up to third. Britt down to fifth. But plenty of time in this race to make that up. Of course, we are running 2 mandatory pit stops this evening. So you can't, of course, at the moment with an early safety car, can't get one of your mandatory stops out of the way.
Yes, and something that Chad has noticed is that it seemed Josh Hill actually moved there after spinning around and actually clobbered someone else, so that will probably be a bit of a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, I think the paddle will come out for that. This season's been very sort of harsh and strict on rejoins, which is fair enough, definitely. I made a bit of a blue last night, so which is 100%. We've always been taught, you know, when you first start an OR, especially in the rookie series, as soon as you spin, hold your brakes.
Yep. Yeah, well, we've all been there. We've all made that mistake.
All part of the learning experience.
Exactly.
It looks like, unlike last night, there is no bonks or crashes under the safety car, which is great. So obviously a lot of these drivers watched the stream last night.
Yes, making sure that they do not make the same mistakes as Sunset.
The pit is now open.
Cody Carl's coming out the pits now.
That is very blue.
Very blue indeed. Of course, Wayne Darwin also involved in the incident. Just catching up to the back. Of course, a bit far back yet. Pit window is open now. Of course, you cannot serve your mandatory pit stop under safety car conditions.
So we did see an interesting mix of strategies as well last night. Sort of the consensus was just sort of split the race up in thirds, but I was behind Babs last night and he ran quite long. So again, some drivers might run long in the first stint, some might run long in the second stint. I guess you sort of got to play it, because one thing you do not want here is blue flags. Once you get blue flags here, it is over.
Yep, if you get blue flags from one car, the entire field is going to get past you. It's just the nature of the track, I'm afraid.
It is. Oh, look at that. Oh.
That Martini livery never disappoints.
On the black as well. I'm a big fan of the Martini on the black.
Oh, yeah. The Williams Martini on the white worked, but if you put it on black, it is just fantastic.
So this safety car will be in this lap. Big thank you to the guys in the chat as well. Just a couple of them posting their different strategies, which is fantastic.
Yeah, Megan D saying she did a race here where she ran 42 minutes long for the first stint, and it worked a treat. Meanwhile, Babby seemed to have gone 35-ish minutes, then to 15 minutes and 10 minutes for his stint, which seemed to work out well for him.
It did. He had a great result last night.
Well, Babby is one of the drivers who very much loves this circuit with a dying passion. can we really blame him?
It's up there for me. It's definitely up there. So the safety car will definitely be in this lap and get this race back underway. So of course, people will be adjusting their strategies as well while being under safety car.
Yes, there'll be a few changes, I'd say, to strategies. Of course, you'll be saving fuel under the safety car, so you can run a little longer if you so choose. But yeah, safety car is coming in, so we'll be getting underway very, very shortly with Matthew Lamb out front from Benny Piper. Interesting to see who gets the better launch between the Porsche and the Bentley. You'd think around this final corner will be when Matthew Lamb goes, and he bolts, he gets it gone, and he's gone very well on this restart. So Matthew Lamb is away, Benny Piper has got a bit of a gap backed up. Anna Zarskas, Regan Herbert, and Paul Britt very close together. Then Kai Rudin, Crossland, McKellar, Hind, and Reel is your current top 10. You've got Morass, McNeil, McClaws, Apreciado, Clark, Newen, Wilson, Rowe, Dickinson, Ross, Taylor, Shazin Redzer, and Pickford is in the pits.
Matthew Lamb now off. Great start. He's flying his head into shell corner now. Really nice banked corner, just hooks it in, uses that rear traction of the Porsche and just fires it out of there. I don't want to call it early, but if they let Lamb get out in front and get into his rhythm, it's going to be very hard to catch.
I reckon he's already gone. He's already out there and flying. Meanwhile, Kai Rudin's having a look at...
Oh, that's bold. Ooh, that's bold. You never out breaking the Porsche there.
And you don't really make moves there, but few first penalties come through. A stop and go 30 for car 513, causing a collision under safety car.
Oh, that's a good old paddling.
That is a massive paddling. That is Wayne Darwin who's picked up that penalty.
Matthew Lamb now completes the first flying lap.
Steve Crossland fighting against Ali Kyrudin. Crossland looking quick in that Mercedes so far. Against a very strong competitor in Ali Kyrudin.
Two very interesting cars around here as well. Both big, quite wide and large cars, and on a bumpy circuit you can just see that Mercedes just moving around so much.
Looking for anywhere he can get past the Bentley. It's not going to be easy. The Bentley is very, very wide.
Nice. Beautiful drive out of there. Just look at the gap he just pulled there out of shell. That was fantastic. Of course the Bentley can absolutely murder that curve. Doesn't even look, just goes, huh, what's that?
Yes, the curbs are eaten for breakfast there.
Just saw Britt there in the foreground, moving left, right, and left, trying to get past Herbert here.
Yeah, Zarskas is sort of holding this train up a little bit. Has fallen to 2.3 seconds back behind Benny Piper. So Herbert will be looking for a move on Zarskas, but he's got to be careful because Paul Britt is right there to capitalise. Of course, not easy to get a move done around. Oh, fuck, but he wants to go around the outside. You can't get a move done there. But it could set you up down this straight, but considering it's a Porsche, that is highly unlikely. But is looking again to the outside at turn 1 at Old Hole Corner.
Oh, this is great. Fantastic racing between these two. Herbert and Britt, they are going toe-to-toe here. Britt now, he's got it on the inside here. Can he fire it straight up there? We know the Porsche are demon under brakes, but Herbert super late on the anchors here on the Ferrari and holds him off for the time being. What a great exchange.
It's not often you get moments like that at Oulton Park, but when you see it, it is always edge of your seat stuff. But it is Regan Herbert who holds on for now.
Oh, we got a replay. This normally means one thing.
Sadness.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Major sadness.
Oh, that is very disappointing. I think that was an Aston Martin completely demolishing a Honda.
Sent that from the shadow realm, 100%.
Yep.
We can hear it, Mike Reel at the moment in the Bonsai entry. Currently in 10th position, so a really nice start here.
Yeah, the two Pro-Am drivers of Hind and Reel doing nicely at the moment. Preciado currently in P14, holding off Clark and Ewan.
Preciado now. This is great. Coming up here through Druids, this is easily my favourite corner of the track. Through here, through Druids and through Lodge and Deer League, just a great section, bit of radar. Really challenging as well. Lots of bumps, lots of ups and downs, elevation changes. That's what you want on the racetrack.
Yeah, you want the terrain to challenge you as McClaws in front gets very loose in the McLaren.
That's how McLaren like. I haven't seen a McLaren do that often.
Oh, the McLaren can bite at the best of times. It may seem like a very nailed down car, but if you just push it a little bit too far, it can definitely bite. Was running a bit high there. Lost a bit of ground to Preciado through Shell Corner. So we see a 15-second penalty for car 150 for causing a collision on lap 1. That is very deep. Very poor exit from McClaws. Preciado tries to look around the outside.
Oh, this never ends well.
Oh, you're not going to get a move done there, but tries everything. And now Clark is looking to attack Preciado. It's not easy making a move.
It is such a difficult track to pass. There's just literally one line through a lot of these corners, and you've really got to basically be side by side into a corner to have any chance. That's a little. Oh, that could have ended bad. That bump there is brutal.
There are a lot of bumps on the outside of curbs that can be very, very brutal. It's a bump on the outside of that curb there. If you take that, can unsell the car just that little bit. Oh, yes. Ben Van Dam.
Yes.
Love a name made up of 3 one-syllable words.
From the inside gets John nice and easily.
Yeah, Davidson doesn't fight too hard, but gets a nice exit. Is now going to try and fight on the exit. Van Dam holds on in the Aston Martin ahead, and Davidson concedes the position. Good heads-up racing.
So we just tick over 40, so just gone over 15 minutes into the race, and it is Lamb still leading the way. There's a great battle down back here. Look, Lamb is out to it. Oh, we've lost our timer, but I'm going to assume that's around 4.5 to 5 seconds. That's my guess.
5.5 seconds.
There you go, 5.5. He's pulled half a second in the tree corner.
Yep, yeah, he pulled about a second in that middle sector alone. So Matthew Lamb is just on fire. It's what we've come to expect from Matthew Lamb. He is rapid on the racetrack.
144 with a 10-second penalty, causing a collision on lap 4.
Be surprised if that is the incident that we saw earlier between the Aston Martin of Van Dam, by the looks of it, and
Preciado.
I believe Shazam Reds, but here's Wilco Preciado up the inside of McClaws into turn 1, should get it done pretty easily, and does so. Runs a bit wide on the exit. McClaws gets a nice run, but won't be able to attack down into the next corner at turn 3.
It's that bump. It just puts people off making a move, because if you hit that bump wrong, but he's got a bad exit here. And who's the BMW of Clark? He's having a go as well. They're nearly 3 wide. Whoa, they sorted that out. Really great heads-up driving. That did have a bit of disaster all over it, but they thought better of it.
Yeah, Clark just got a much better exit than Preciado and McClaws. McClaws sort of got held back a little bit by Preciado's exit. And Clark just said, thank you very much. I will take that. And he is now up into P14. Look at that train of cars. It is ridiculously long.
Good mixture of cars, good mixture of drivers as well. This is fantastic. This is the action that you come to expect here at OOR, and especially in the OOR Simrigs Sprint Series.
Yes. Split Ascari never disappoints when it comes to racing quality.
Oh, what do
Speaking
we
of
got
racing
going here?
quality, oh, Herbert, Britt and Kai Rudin are all together as Kai Rudin gives it up, comes into the pits while these two fight it out. Britt wants to get Herbert because Zaskas has been able to get away from the Ferrari by 3.5 seconds. Looks like Zaskas might be looking for a move on Benny Piper soon as well.
So if you're Britt here, do you maybe come in this lap? Clearly he's got maybe a bit of a pace advantage over Herbert. Maybe come in early, try for the undercut.
Yeah, you'd almost want to cover off what Kai Rudin's doing, because Kai Rudin's gone for that undercut. So possibly you could see Britt come in at the end of this lap, but in the meantime we'll have a look at Arne Zaskas, Ben Piper. These two will be very much going at it.
Kai Rudin in the pits there, getting his service for a set of Pirellis.
He's come out just behind another car.
That could be a laps car. That's the only thing I'm assuming there.
We'll have to have a look at the timing screen once it updates. As well, it looked like Britt tried to have a move on Herbert, but could not get it done. So Britt struggling to get around that Ferrari.
If I'm Britt here, I'm coming in this lap.
Yeah, you'd almost have to, wouldn't you? Piper and Zaskas continue. Herbert comes in. So Britt will continue on now that Herbert is in. McKellar also in. So few drivers coming in for their stops around that 20-minute mark.
Thank you for the update there, Peach. So Ali got moved in the pits apparently, so lost position across lane, so that's put him down.
Yeah, just a slight error in the pits, just going probably that little bit too deep, and yeah, losing about 5-6 seconds at least.
There's Alex Paz, my 150 rookie teammate. As we always appreciate that down at Wilson. Oh, there's cars moving. There's action everywhere at the moment. It's hard to keep an eye on what's going on.
Well, here's Regan Herbert coming out of the pits with Kai Rudin just going through the last corner now. So Herbert's still got a good buffer over Ali Kai Rudin. Of course, there are multiple pit stops in this race, so we could see anything happen.
Good pit stop will be great. Just Britt he has to come in the next couple of laps. Don't want to lose too much time, but he might, because I think he's got a pace advantage. He might be able to try an overcut. It'll be really interesting to see how that plays out. That's what I love about the two pit stops. I was going to say, that's what I love about the two pit stops. It just opens up the strategy game so much.
At this stage, I'd almost be keen for him to just stick with an overcut, just running his first stint as long as possible, probably until about 30-25 minutes to go, and then some quick stints at the end to finish off.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one strategy as well. I mean, again, he'd be probably looking at the timing screen and just roughly doing some calculations in his head.
The two mandatory pit stops just so much nicer than the one mandatory pit stop, because there's just so many more options that you have in a 60-minute race for two mandatory pit stops than you would for just the one.
Yeah, correct, exactly. And with the one sort of pit stop, everyone sort of files into a pigeonhole. You know, you normally see pretty similar strategies, but with this two pit stop, it just opens up a lot of different options, which is great. And this is what we love about racing, is Lamb still out in front, Sunday drive.
Yeah, he honestly, he could probably pull up to the side of the track, have a nap, and he'd still win this.
Davidson at the moment, Caroline 16, chasing Carrington. With Hill behind.
Hardington in the Lamborghini, a silver class driver. have a few silver class drivers throughout the field.
Currently around 26 at the moment. He's chasing. Mike Room gets a beautiful exit there. They're going to go side by side through here. Kyron's going to have the inside. It's heading down now towards Hislops. Should get this move done nice and easily. Oh, geez, that Bentley did not look like it wanted to pull up there.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy, but it got it done. Of course, just better exit speed, and Kai Runen is up into 25th. So yeah, he did lose a fair amount in that pit stop with the just missing the pit box slightly.
Colour here in the Honda. Honda seems to be a lot more popular this sprint series. I've compared to last season, seeing a lot more Hondas out on the track. I have been told it is a difficult car to drive, but it's quite rapid.
Yes, that does sound about right for what the Honda has been. But McKellar ahead of the BMW of, I think that is Connor Hind, who's just come out of the pits.
That Honda, is that a Bumblebee livery? Sorry, Bumblebee.
Yes, it is a Bumblebee livery.
That's amazing. It's top of the class. Love that.
And of course, I always shout some love for Connor Hind, especially in that livery. Of course, running the number 91, the best number to run, of course.
That's up for debate. I'll let you have that one today. Because I'm in a good mood, Alex, I'll let you have it.
Thank you, Shawnee. Oh, but a bit of battling up ahead. Looks like, what's that? Kyroon's gotten past Ollie Daniel, who is yet to pit in this race. That is the all-black Ferrari of Ollie Daniel.
Unreal at the moment. A little sketchy there from the Ferrari. Just saw the back end step out a little bit. Mike thinks about it, has another think, and then says, no, maybe not.
The Ferrari will be in very soon, I reckon. Stays out for now.
This is where patience really comes into it on this track. You've just got to be mindful of where you're at and what you're doing. And, oh, it's a huge mistake there from Ollie Daniel.
I think Ollie Daniel just sort of let them have it, not looking to fight too hard with them.
Could be that as well. Yeah. Better for the doubt. We'll always go with the better for the doubt. We're the positive bunch.
Here's Connor Hind though. Looking for
Shell
a move
corner.
on the inside at Shell.
Well done, Ollie. You know what? Well done.
Yeah.
That's hats off. That's knowing where you're at and sort of your pace and just getting out of the way, getting on with your own race. Really well done.
Yeah, really good heads up stuff. Of course, we've got the wonderful.
Oh, wow. Just a little bit of
Number 600,
there.
best MRT car. I would have to 100% agree with that. That has turned that livery from a good livery into my favorite. As we see Ali Kyruden up the inside of Steve Crossland. Of course, Crossland got the jump in the pits.
Great move.
Yeah, nice. Into the second last corner at Lodge. Brilliantly done.
He's making moves, Kyruden here. He's really hustling at Bentleys. We look at Ollie Daniels off the road again. So Kyruden's definitely the mover and shaker in this field. After that bungled pit stop, he has absolutely got the hammer down. As a couple of penalties here. We've got cars 76, 24, and 103 with 10-second penalties out of position at the race start.
Yes, that will always come into account when you're starting up a new season. A few drivers won't quite have the start procedure down pat just yet. Of course, one of the drivers with that 10-second penalty is number 76 of Michael Pickford. So to the 77 Partington, that must be Huzzah! We have speeding at race start for cars 13, 89, 77, 340, and 501. So
Hey,
that
the
is
supplementary and Powerball number is 27 and 45.
so that is 8 drivers who have caused some issue on the race start in terms of the never mind, that's
Oh.
9 drivers, because we have a 15-second penalty for car 98 for excessive speeding at race start. So lots of naughty drivers out there tonight.
Plenty of invoices coming in. I'm going to see a lot of red boxes on that totem pole very soon. So looking here at Alex Pass at the moment for CP Motorsports. Of course, big fan of Alex. Of course, raced with him in the Enduro series for the $1.50 Macca's lads. Of course, we have joined forces with CP Motorsports. He's in the big GTR again for another season. Another one of those strange units that likes the GTR.
I will keep my love for the GTR remain silent then. Oh, that was close between
Very close.
Paz and Kidman. Yeah, look at all those red boxes. You get a penalty, you get a penalty, we all get a penalty.
That's definitely going to shake up the order and come the next pit stop time. And this is actually kind of good for Alex there, because he's down in that position. He'll jump a few spots and the next stop cycle through.
Yes, he will. I wonder who's yet to pit yet. I reckon Britt is yet to pit.
Yeah, Lamb and Britt have not pit yet, I believe, so they're running really long in this first stint. So they're definitely going to come home with a head full of steam. Looking at Doug Wilson in that Rugrass face racing livery, which clearly that's going to be very hard to top for mean livery tonight.
Yeah, it will be. It's quite a nice livery, but
poor things.
I don't know, I reckon he got a bit spooked there by Clark having a look up the inside and just ran that little bit deep into the second last corner at Lodge. So good race smarts there from Charles Clark, if that is actually what he was aiming to do. But here's Britt, who is currently in the lead of this race, still yet to make a pit stop.
So Lamb's come in, and so Lamb did come in.
And look at him, he's still way out in front. Like, I mean, in comparison to the others who have come into the pits, but yeah, it's just ridiculous consistency from Matthew Lamb. And the Gazoo entry, of course, not quite a Toyota Gazoo racing entry, but he's still a Gazoo entry.
Neil Wood here for Trans-Tasman Motorsport as he makes his stop. Pops in now for his first stop. Another one running quite long.
Yes, a few different strategies coming about in this one. Great to see. Oh my god, 32.1 race pace from Matthew Lamb. What? A 32.1 in the race. I'm sorry, but that is just superhuman.
That's simple.
That is faster than what he set in qualifying. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he jumps himself into the 31s by the end of this race. I mean, with a pit stop to go, it wouldn't be all that surprising.
Can't even comprehend that speed.
Just utterly ridiculous. He has a stronghold on the Porsche.
McCullough here at the moment, currently in 11th position, chasing Mike Reel. It's actually turning into a bit of a nice battle here.
Wow, John in chat saying that the 32.1 he set is faster than his current Pro Series classification lap. which I believe that is currently the fastest fastest Pro Series classification lap as well. So he's got a lot of pace to burn.
Dog fires in. He's done a 31.9 on the practice server. Wow.
I think I agree with Peabody. Got to drug test him. Give him a pee sample.
So we've got couple of drivers still yet to do a stop. So Morass still running around. He's done 18 laps, so he's running extremely long here. So he's going for the short, sharp finish as well. Hope everyone is enjoying this race currently this evening. If you are, make sure you give that like button a good old smash, and make sure to check out simrigs.com for all your sim racing needs. Great bunch of guys, some fantastic products as well, really helpful for all your needs. And of course, if you are an OOR Patreon, you get 5% off, which is nice and spicy. Who doesn't love 5% off? And of course, we do appreciate all our Patreons. It really is a great way to support OOR and allows us to do what we do. But a big thank you to simrigs.com, fantastic website.
Here we've got a replay, 5:01 versus 14. I reckon there's going to be a bit of contact into this next corner.
Oh dear, no, oh dear, oh, that never, oh no, not the wall.
Oh, just a bit of a kiss.
He didn't have the Midas touch. Oh!
Yeah.
I haven't been saving that one up or anything.
Meanwhile, Brit's strategy has worked wonders. 5 seconds, the gap between him and Herbert.
Very good strat.
And now he's going to be catching up to Zarskas and Piper, with Zarskas looking mighty fast against the Bentley of Benjamin Piper.
Starting to see the Porsche just flex its muscles now around this track.
As it does.
It is very nice to drive around here. But of course, that will be all turns on its head the next round as we head to Spa.
Of course, the Porsche can get one of its best tracks, and then you have to consolidate with one of its worst.
Exactly. That's all right. Look, it's always a challenge. It's all part of the challenge.
I do like Spa. It's classic trackers.
Piper, huge moment there through Druids, and that's given Zarskas a bit of a run here. Look on the inside, shows the nose, does the old Craig Lowndes, but thinks better of it. Piper again a little wide.
Yeah, I think Piper just making sure there's no incident. He's in net P2 at the moment. He doesn't want to risk anything.
Zarskas is key for this second position. You could just the attitude of that Porsche here. Left, right, jinking, trying to just distract Piper a little bit. Piper's just got to keep the head down, avoid looking in that rear vision mirror.
Zarskas just made a slight error there, just running a bit too deep into turn 3 at Cascade. But, yeah. Zarskas just looks so much more at home in the Porsche than he has in the McLaren.
And look who is closing in very rapidly. This is about to be a three-way battle. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. This is about to be an absolute rips and order, I feel.
Yes, well, Chad is pointing out that Brit will be running poly fuel from now, so he will be absolutely flying.
As the old saying goes in motorsport, it's one thing to catch someone, it's another thing to pass them. Oh, car control. What a save from Brit there.
Yeah,
massive save.
Just got the dirt on the inside of that curve there and almost completely threw away his race. Oh, that was so close to disaster. As Morass comes in, and that is the last driver who has to make their first mandatory pit stop. As Benny Piper's, I don't know.
He's in the wall. He's in the wall, the pit stop. Oh, dear, oh dear. Oh, that's going to ruin his strategy there.
What even happened? It looks so strange coming in. Like, did he just lose the rear on braking? Oh no, he hit the inside wall.
Yep, just got his line wrong. He was carrying a lot of speed in there as well. That could be a double whammy. That could be a speeding in pit lane as well.
I don't think he'll quite be speeding in pit lane because he seemed to slow it down a lot hitting that outside wall, but that is going to completely ruin his race. Chris Taylor showing us how to actually go in there. Oh, that is devastating for Benjamin Piper.
Here at Rowe, currently they're in 7th. Clark in 12th at the moment, chasing Morass. So this is a nice battle zone. Morass, as we know, is just coming to the pit, so it's going to take a little time for pressures and temperatures to come up. So he's vulnerable here. Clark's got him to get this move done early.
Yeah, Clark looks strong as he always has. And I think, yeah, Morass has just said, no, you take it, I'm not fighting this. Which is fair play.
It is fair play. Sometimes you just know that the car behind you is just quicker. Oh.
Yeah,
no, he's gone! Oh,
that is Steve Crossland. Get it.
How he did not touch the wall there, I've got no idea.
He is so lucky there was no one coming around there at that time. But that is devastating for Steve Crossland, who is in a very nice position and just trying for a move on Benny Piper at the worst possible moment.
That could have... I'm still staggered he didn't get any wall or touch any other car there. That is just almost a miracle.
I have no idea. That is just ridiculous. So, car 103 picks up... Oh, that was a Lamborghini off. That is Newland. See what happened here. Oh,
ooh, snap.
Just rear end snap. And then has to get back onto the track in a very unorthodox way. So, of course, you can't just cut across onto the other part of the track because otherwise you'd be missing half of it.
It does cross your mind for like a split second. It does. And anyone that says it doesn't, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, it does.
As car 501 picks up a 5-second penalty for a collision on lap 16. Seeing some nice pit stop entries here. Really textbook.
Yeah, I reckon Benny Piper can learn a few lessons from these. Of course, he'll be very devastated by the results of his pit entry.
It's actually quite a short pit lane as well, so, and if you've got one of the earlier boxes, it's really tricky, especially if you got to change your pit stop strategy and that on the fly. It's
Oh, it's Tom Kidman. Let's see what happened. Just too deep, I reckon. Yeah, runs too deep, loses the rear end. Just runs it back into the wall.
Car 77 picks up 10 seconds.
Meanwhile, Britt's been able to...
Oh, Britt's got past.
No. Zaskas has come in.
Yes, yeah. I expect Britt, though, to pass him once he pits, to be in front of him once he pits. I've just got a feeling that he's played this beautifully.
Oh,
McKellar's had a real moment there.
Yeah, did he just hit the barriers weirdly there or something? No, not barrier, the curb weirdly.
He tried to transform the corner.
Yeah.
I am on fire tonight.
Yeah. Sure.
Who doesn't love a dad joke? Thank you there, Mr. Babb. So Brett did get past Zaskas before the pit. Here we go. We're going to get a replay here. On board with Zaskas at the moment.
Oh no, did he get caught up in this?
Oh no, oh no. Oh, he just went too
he
deep.
just runs wide.
Yep.
Honestly, that is a pretty apt response for an incident like that. I would have absolutely had a brown flag moment there.
Definitely was more worried about not actually getting collected than his braking marker, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Piper there, but 19th, so Piper's cleared his mandatory stops now, so he'll be hard charging towards the end here. As Van Gan comes in. Oh.
Almost fed in the pits, but just got there.
There's Rao currently there in 27th, so this is a battle for position here between Taylor and Rao. I'm going to go Rao. I prefer Rao.
Prefer Rao? Alright. I will go over Ray then.
Okay. And no doubt we'll get notified in the chat after the stream.
Yeah. I am sure. But currently on board with Christopher Taylor, of course, behind Gunther.
Really hustling that Honda as well. You can just see the wheel work. Car 501 picks up 10 seconds.
That is Lawrence, who already has a... who already seemed to have in 5 seconds.
Oh, we didn't see that because of the trees, but I caught a quick glimpse of that, and it looked like there was 3 going into 1 there. And that never ends well.
No, it does not. It seems most of these drivers got through, but yeah, a couple of them just not quite so lucky. Like Steve Lewis was one of them. Meanwhile, out front, Matthew Lamb is still on fire.
Just a class operator.
Someone get this man a fire extinguisher, but because if he's on fire for too much longer, he's going to burn out. It is just insane how quick Matthew Lamb has been all night.
Definitely looking forward to chatting with him over the season, being a Porsche driver, so I'll be in the Porsche chat, just asking for some tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks for the Porsche. Don't die.
Yeah. You've got to embrace the death. It's okay. Here we go. So we're going to get a replay of this because I saw it under the trees and I thought, oh, that's not going to work.
Oh, the Red Bull livery Mercedes up the inside. No.
Oh, never going to work.
That was a very poor move. That was very, very poor.
Yep. No email from Toto is going to save that.
No. That will be a slap bang penalty, that one. Well, here's Zaskas behind Space Dog Braden Ross.
Battle for position. Well, I look forward to watching this because 2 very different. Oh, Ross comes off in the pits.
I was waiting for that one. But yes, Zaskas is probably getting quite sick of seeing Bentleys around him, although he's going to be careful because Kai Ruden's only about 7 seconds back.
13 minutes to go. A lot of these drivers now have completed their mandatory pit stop, so now it's just hard charge towards the end. Of course, this is where the fatigue kicks in. This is one. Oh, Rowe is lost the rear there. Keeps it off the wall though. Well done.
Rowe was the Mercedes who caused that accident before. He's continuing on, currently in P24.
Back to what I was saying about fatigue here. It's just because a lot of these drivers have had a big break. We've had quite a long break here in the Sprint Series, so they're just getting used to getting back racing for an hour. And this track is just physical as well. You know, the wheels constantly jiggling in your hands. You're concentrating the whole time. Like I did my race last night, I was absolutely taxed.
Yeah, you get real tired very quickly, especially around a track like Oulton Park, because I was doing... Because I tried driving for an hour and just flat out laps, and I even had like breaks in between, and I was still absolutely exhausted. So very, very difficult to keep yourself in top shape.
Fours currently running in 17th position for the Alliance Motorsport. Actually, you know what? Fair play. These liveries are my favourites at the moment. The one on the Lamborghini last night is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, the Alliance Motorsport liveries are ones to keep an eye on. This is beautiful, to be honest. It just works so well on the McLaren. Then you've got the classic worn tyre tribe colours. Of course, not using a custom livery, still using the in-game livery creator, but we do not discriminate around here.
Well, sometimes it just works.
Yeah, like, it's a classic.
He's probably looking at his Roosters car in front though, just absolutely cracking up laughing half the time.
I would say that he's looking for a bit of eye bleach at the moment. Just something to wash it out with.
Of course, stick around. We do have Split Becketts coming up next after Split Ascari. So the racing action doesn't stop here at OOR. Of course, this is the OOR Simrigs Sprint Series. Round 1 from Oulton Park. It's fantastic. Great to be back. Very excited to be back and cannot wait to watch it. Sit down with a nice cold beverage and watch Split Becketts after this.
Split Becketts, also known as the Blood Split, is known for chaos, so you definitely want to be sticking around. Although, the other splits have been very, very interesting. Although, JC and chat saying that the weather is looking ominous in the server for Split Becketts, so we could see some interesting weather before those in Becketts tonight.
Excellent.
So, Paul Britt is still yet to come into the pits, going as long as humanly possible in this race.
I think he just wants to... Zaskas, that's the one he's right. He just wants to cover off Zaskas. Because Lamb is going to... Once Britt pits, Lamb will be out to a... I'm going to have a guess. I'm going to go 14 seconds.
14? I reckon I'll go 14.1 then.
Oh, look at that.
But I think at this stage we're looking at an all Porsche podium, which, I mean, Porsche's really good at this track. That's for sure.
Definitely is. I found also, and this is something I've sort of got a bit of a lull in the race, so we sort of have a quick chat about it. Hear a lot of words about OP cars and things like that. My opinion is if you're one of these really fast guys like Brett and Zaskas, for example, you can notice the differences in an OP car. If you're a ham-fisted hack like myself, I don't really notice which car's OP and which is not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of the same. Like, if you're racing this game very often and want the absolute best advantage you possibly can, then you can probably tell the difference between a car that is weak and a car that is strong. For me, I'll just drive anything that works off my driving style, which is more suited to stuff like the Bentley and the BMW, Nissan sort of thing.
Correct. Couldn't agree with you more.
Because they're just cars I find fun to drive. Like, I just want something that's fun to drive. I don't care if I'm the outright fastest. All I was just have a good time.
Well, we've picked it at the moment with my favourite camera angle. Absolutely love this angle. Got haze coming across the track as well. I wonder if we'll stay here with a... I was hoping... Oh, he's got the indicator on. Oh, bit of a Fabian Coulthard there. Interesting. Ah, that's why. Because he's got a very rapid Porsche right behind him.
Well, I mean, Britt has come into the pits and will be exiting the pits now. We will see what the gap is between Britt and Zaskas very soon. But here's Taylor on Braden Ross. We see Car 71 get a stop and go 10 penalty. So that is Mike Reel for an unsafe rejoin.
Stop go 10 second. That must have been a very unsafe rejoin.
Question is it Bender levels of rejoin? Is it Jesse McLean levels of rejoin? Or is it Mike Reel levels of rejoin? Which, I mean, we don't know what the rejoin was like, but given it was a stop go 10, I don't think it would be great.
Yeah, I'm not expecting high level there.
Meanwhile,
here we go. Here we go. Oh no, is he not? Oh no. We know what's happened. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh no. We know what happens here. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
That is. Oh. That is horrendous. Oh no, Mike Reel.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, Britt has a good advantage over Zarskas, 3.5 seconds, and I think Lamb's out to about 27 seconds at this stage.
So yeah, we're way wrong. 14 seconds. What were we thinking? Crazy stuff.
Taylor, please.
It's that. Oh,
Hearing a lot of real bad in chat. Okay, please be a safe rejoin. Please be a safe rejoin. Please be a safe rejoin. I think it was a safe rejoin.
I think we're okay. We got to have that one.
Oh. I believe everyone has made their final pit stops in this race.
They have, so the field has cleansed. So it is Lamb leading the way from Britt, Zarskas in third. So we've got a Porsche, 1, 2, 3, happy days. Kyrudin there in fourth. Herbert, fantastic job by Herbert actually in the Ferrari, which is not nice to drive around here at all. So huge props to Regan Herbert there in fifth position. McNeil in sixth, Piper in seventh, McKellar in eighth, ninth is Appreciato, and 10th is Clark, and that's your top 10.
Just quickly, very nice job from McNeil in P6. Currently, well, I mean, can we really call Britt a Pro-Am driver?
No, so well done to McNeil, who's our leading Pro-Am driver currently. But of course, with the classes, don't take too much notice from in the first 2 rounds. What happens is they'll get cleansed and reassigned, and then from round 3 you are locked into your class.
Yes, so at the moment, based on what we would currently expect to be Pro-Am, you'd say McNeil is the lead Pro-Am driver from Connor Hine, as Braden Ross just struggling a little bit to get it slowed up into the chicane.
That chicane is so tricky, so tricky. Blood in the chat, I can answer that question. He races in the Ferrari in the endurance series. No, but Alex has always been a Nissan man. I don't know why. But,
yeah. The Nissan is good. The Nissan is good. I like it. Oh, here's Benny Piper though. He's right on McNeil. McNeil is going to be holding on for dear life here. P6 would be a fantastic finish. And he's defending nicely. So, good battle on here between McNeil and Piper.
Great battle. That's the thing though. I find also, I don't know if you find this as well, when you're battling on this track, if just a slight error, you lose so much time.
Yeah, it is super easy to lose time around here just because of how short it is, how easy it is to make a mistake, and how, well, costly a mistake can be in general.
Right. Oh, that's right, Mr. Now I remember. Correct. Yeah. Our rookie season. What a rookie class that was. Some absolute legends coming out of that class.
Rookies.
Listen, this guy, listen to it. Here we go.
No, not again, not again, not again, not again.
Oh. So 2 minutes to go as well, so it's now going to be really heads up here. Piper wants to get past, but he's just going to have to, I don't know, maybe just take a bit of medicine and just finish in 7th. Of course, you say that and then race car drivers do things.
Car 58, Neil Wood, has a drive-through for track limits. So, someone has been a bit naughty with the track limits tonight and has picked up a bit of a penalty for that one.
Do agree with one NE in chat there. Yeah, fantastic recovery drive from Gibbo, up to 15th. He was nearly stone last, so really great drive.
Yeah, great pointing out there by John. Gibbo's just had a real good recovery, and of course, Weeb liveries don't seem to produce the greatest of luck.
Definitely not.
Oh no, John. Why would he do that?
Oh, very good, very good.
Babby making his opinions very clear of that in chat.
Back to the racing on action, because we've got 38 seconds to go, and this battle is still raging on between Piper and McNeil.
Yeah, McNeil doing a really nice job defending against a very rapid Piper, who is looking to recover slight ground that he lost from that pit stop error, as Braden Ross is coming to the pits.
Ooh, that is a late stop. That's extreme. That's a bit weird. So the timer is about to tick over to 0, so it'll be one more lap. Oh no, this is the final lap right now. So Piper's got to get this done.
Where is Lamb on track? Lamb seems to be...
Oh no, one more to go.
Lamb seems to be behind them, so they'll have another lap to go.
That's right. See, Bentley telling me final lap.
The Bentleys like to lie a lot, don't worry.
One more lap around this fantastic racetrack in Cheshire, in England. Stars. Oh.
It's a nice livery.
It's very celestial.
Yes. Yeah. Just gotta hope he doesn't get sent into space by Benny Piper here. Of course, Benny Piper, a very, very clean driver, so rest assured he will keep it clean. But here comes Matthew Lamb coming through the second to last corner now. He will win this race by an absolute mile. It is Matthew Lamb who takes out the first round of the OOR Simrigs Sprint Series for Split Ascari here at Oulton Park. He has absolutely dominated this race. Paul Britt is still a fair way back and will be crossing a line very soon, but a nice recovery from him after a little bit of a poor start, and he will come home in second to be the sandwich of an all Porsche podium of Artis Sarskas coming home in third. So 1, 2, 3 for Porsche.
Order is restored.
No, it is not.
As Piper now still chasing on the back of McNeil here. Don't think it's going to be close enough. It'll be a Shadow Realm cell. Send from here. No. It's a nice exit though. A little bit of oversteer on the exit, but McNeil is going to hold on for 6th position. Piper will finish in 7th. Great battle between those two. Right to the... Whoa, ooh, that was very close.
Yeah.
On board with Dawson here, chasing Gibbo. Currently, this is a fight for 14th and 15th. Look at that 100, just beautiful through there. So he'll pull away. should finish in 14th position, which is a fantastic recovery drive.
Yeah, very well done from Callum Gibbons coming home in P14. Be very happy with that one.
15th for Wilson, McLaws Wolf 16th, Real in 17th, Pickford in 18th, 19th is Rowe, Pass in 20th, Taylor in 21st, Dickerson in.
So that does it for Split Ascari. It is, of course, Matthew Lamb who takes the win in an all-Porsche podium lockout around Oulton Park. Again, of course, you got Kai Rudin, Herbert McNeil, Piper, McKellar, Apreciado, and Clark, your top 10. Crossland, Hine, Newen, Gibbons, and Wilson just missing out. Then you got, of course, McLaws, Real, Pickford, Paz, Taylor, Rowe, who had that 10-second penalty, Dickinson, Braden Ross, who had to come into the pits late on, Van Dam, and then there are more drivers further down that we cannot see at this stage, but we'll have a look through.
But all in all, a fantastic way to start Split Ascari here in the OOR Simrigs Sprint Series, round 1 from Oulton Park. That was actually a really good race. A couple of interesting incidents. Well, definitely there'll be one incident that will be talked about in chat for quite a while, I believe.
Just look at the gap between Lamb and Britt. 28.3 seconds. That is mind-blowing.
That is simply ridiculous. So Lamb in first, Britt in second, Zarskas in third, Kai Rudin in fourth, Herbert in fifth, McNeil, Piper, McKellar, Apreciado, Clark, Crossland, Hind, Newen. Oh, and hang on. Oh, yep, Britt, one Pro-Am.
Pro-Am.
McNeil in second, Hind there in third, McLaws in fourth, fifth was Mike Dickerson from Davidson. And there are your results. And silver, we've got Pickford, Van Dam, Parrington, and Carlson. And the safety car won the national class. Well done to the safety car.
I believe the silver class is for drivers who have still not yet had their classification decided, I believe. I saw that in chat earlier.
So I believe that is us just about done. So big thank you to everyone watching. Please stick around though for Split Becketts in the Simrigs Sprint Simrigs Sprint Series. It should be an absolute cracker. We are expecting a little bit of weather around, but this is Sean, aka Ghost Muller, signing off for now. And thank you, Alex. It's been a pleasure as always.
It is always a pleasure to commentate Split Ascari. It's definitely a split to always watch if you're looking to watch just one split. But of course, we want you to watch all of them. But we will hand it over now to Neil Alexander, John Pierre Sanikas, and Tom Maloney for your Split Becketts coverage.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Sean. Great work, guys. Awesome to hear you both back together. G'day, JP. G'day, Tom.
G'day, Mole. Thank you for the welcome. It's very good to be back in the box for a new season of Simrigs Sprint Series. I'm looking forward to this very much, as I'm sure Tom is as well.
Definitely. The last couple of splits have been shown in action, so looking forward to seeing what we can pull off this evening.
I think all of our OR's ready for split blood.
Yeah, and especially looking at this this entry list, we have probably about 6 or 7 people up there that can legitimately win any of these races. So I'm really looking forward to some spicy racing.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm just glad to not be looking at Doug Wilson's livery anymore.
Nice to also see a really good spread of cars as well in this split.
I have just remembered I haven't loaded the Becketts thing because I didn't get sent through. But that's alright, we can talk about stuff while I do it now.
Okay, and yeah, so I mean, Becketts has a bit of a reputation that we all know and love. So I mean, we have to get some odds on how many safety cars. I reckon only one, but will it be a lap 1 safety car? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was expecting at least some delay, but fair enough.
My question is, can we beat the number of penalties that came sort of about halfway through that last race?
I
Yes.
mean, the thing is, like the start line penalties. I don't. That's not really. It's not a penalty
Yeah,
penalty.
that's
I
a bit
mean,
different. It's not really bad driving. It's just bad awareness, maybe. Circumstantial.
Bit of race one rustiness.
Yeah. It's quite a few,
yeah. It's
though.
also some people maybe not used to the starting procedure without the widget if it's their first race or something, or you have one person who's a little bit out of position and people unsure what to do exactly. So it's easy to get messed up a little bit.
Oh, indeed. The excessive speeding, I think, was about 160, if anyone was wondering.
Jesus.
That
Excessive.
sounds very excessive. Yes.
That's lose your license on the real road, so
There we go.
There we go. That's a
That's
nice
some milk.
delivery just to start it off with.
Well, is that a weeb? Is that a weeb one? Is that
that
a Hello
is
Kitty?
a weeb.
Yeah,
That's
that's a weeb.
yeah.
That's weeb.
That's also off the road, as it well deserves to be.
Yeah, no, it deserves. Is there a bin next to the road somewhere that it can go into? Or...
As good as it
I
looks.
don't think putting kittens in bins
Kittens.
is a good thing socially.
Well, when it's a weeb kitten, I don't feel too bad about it. That's fine.
Is that another one?
Ooh, that's.
Oh, this is the toilet duck.
That is a bright. That's fantastic.
Jason,
amazing.
I'll do 4 hours.
Okay, that's.
I rate that. That's good.
I love that.
That's also in the wall.
Oh, that is shit, literally. In the dunny. I don't know, it might work as well. Oh, that's a nice one. Come back here. 3 pyramids.
A Red Bull Aston Martin livery. Is it?
Yep.
Just a pretty standard Red Bull. Quite nice.
Is that the bit of camo that they were running like in the testing a couple of years
bit
ago?
Like that.
Oh, that's a good shout, yes.
Mark Webber one, wasn't it? Or the full bucket? Whatever.
I wish they used that for the season just once.
Yeah,
Different.
but you also can't see any of their sponsors when they run that thing, so
Yeah, true. Money's a important factor.
at Red Bull and money, let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Speaking of
Speaking
Simrigs,
of oh, yeah, okay.
good to point out that visit simrigs.com for your Simrigs essentials. You get 5% off if you're a Patreon. Nice to have them on board for the season. And yeah, money capitalism. Can we look at some more liveries, please?
Yeah, sure. Derek and Phil at Simrigs, 2 absolute gentlemen and scholars in the sim racing world.
Gentlemen's.
Gentlemen's? Is that right? Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, I think. I don't know.
We just wing it here. Speaking of gentlemen, where is David McNulty? I didn't race last night. I don't think he's in the series.
I didn't see him in the entry list.
Well,
See him last night.
his ghost will be around somewhere.
He's doing a rain dance somewhere just to piss other people off, pretty much. But
You can probably stop it now. Half of Australia is flooded.
George
probably
Fowler
he's
was definitely
hiding
trying
at the
to
moment.
I'm scared to press this button. Mitchell Beamditch. Oh, it's not working. The button doesn't work. That is an ominous sign that this livery that I'm about to look at, it's going to be
He's in
something
McLaren
else.
this time, so is it that purple one? I can see it looks like Barney the dinosaur poking his nose out. Yep, okay, that's that one. So
It's
isn't
not
even
full
doing
custom,
livery.
but he has still managed to make a mess of it.
I mean, that's not as bad as he's managed before. I think the McLaren limits his
His chance.
ability to make it disgusting.
Right, the green trapezoid on that Porsche and the grille. Just the rest of it's quite plain, but that green
The
highlight.
running lights, yeah.
Need to get Mitchell into the Lexus if he's not doing full custom. I don't think he can bugger that up.
You can change the wheels to still make it pretty fugly.
True.
So
Very true.
there's a Camaro getting to know a Porsche rather intimately as well on the left, which is
What would you call it?
disturbing. A
Pusharo.
Chevauche. A Chevauche.
Pusharo. Not long to quali. Congrats on your win again last night. How's your brother feeling?
He's okay, I think. I don't really care. I mean,
Green light, go, go, go.
Tell us
it
how
was
you
just,
really feel.
as we all know how tricky these pit stops are, you know, and it's so easy just to miss it by a meter and lose a couple of seconds, and that's unfortunately what happened to him.
Yeah, doesn't take much.
I think pace-wise we were pretty even. Yeah, it was just a pit stop that got me the race pretty much. So it was fun. It was I love Oulton Park. It's exhausting to race on. I was very sweaty after the race finished, but fantastic racetrack.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it out there for sprints. And the two-stop seems a bit of a winner around here. Opens things up.
Yeah, it's definitely necessary around here, just with how hard it is to overtake. So it adds that little bit of spice. But I think the petition for Donington should be arriving on your table anytime soon. It hasn't been in sprints for a while. So we need to do some Donington.
I agree. I absolutely love this livery. It's so professional, Italian. Oh, hang on. You know what I haven't seen so far? And it's a missed opportunity basically for every single person in this series. I haven't seen a single pineapple livery. It just goes to show it's just not good.
I mean, pineapple belongs on pizzas, not on cars, well. So.
Well, you could put a pizza on a car. You can put a man doing a poo on a car. Why not that? Wow.
Oh.
Speaking of.
Yeah, he just did a poo.
Brown flags that take a different meaning with this vehicle. Oh, the roof. That's nearly won the most standout livery award already.
It's creative, and that's what we want.
Yeah. Hats off
Yeah,
to you,
it's
Jason.
certainly one of a kind, I would say.
What has Jamie Conboy got?
Ah, boo.
Mate.
I know he's got something in the works though.
Yeah, he did say that he has something, but I think it's maybe not quite ready for public viewing yet.
Yeah, there's definitely something coming.
Yeah, I should have a livery for next week as well. It's been done.
You do?
I do have one coming in.
What did you run last night? I thought you had one.
No, last night was just a base in-game livery. Just a
John
gold
had
purple.
the man boobs, didn't he?
He does have the man boobs, yeah, and Babs has the mankini.
I can confirm Page's livery is quite easy on the eye, I think is a good way to describe it.
Oh, no. How easy am I going to find it to hit that approve button?
Very.
Oh, very easy.
Okay, sweet.
It'll take you less than a second.
Done. So you got a Keira Knightley livery. Imagine if that was right.
I mean, that would be the guess of the century,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I hope it's nothing like Saving Ryan's Privates or something like that.
No, it's actually...
Oh,
I
we're
didn't
live.
go silly. I didn't go too silly. It's actually a very nice livery.
Wow.
But it does have just a touch of silly involved in it. So.
We'll have to wait and see.
A very, very good tribute.
The problem is that all the Kovac lads have seen the livery except for the rear end where the silliness is. So I'm just
Tribute.
saying
There's
that.
an interesting word you've thrown in there, Tom.
Yeah, I think it's quite reflective.
Is it the best livery in the world, or is it just a tribute?
Tenacious D. Gotta love it.
Oh, wow. Shots fired there by John.
I mean, anyone.
Wow. She's
Harsh, but fair.
one of our actual main viewers.
Can somebody just arrange a funeral because she's dead? That's just went for the jugular immediately.
All right, let's get down to the racing.
Is that
As you said
P4 and
before-
P5 with the same lap time?
Oh, it's crazy. And look how close threes as well. As you said before, you could throw a blanket over this grid, and lots of drivers out there are quite capable of winning a race.
I suspect we are gonna see at least a second or so taken out of that pole time.
Yeah.
33.5 is not where you expect these caliber of drivers, especially on an optimum track. It is difficult to find like open track, especially with the amount of drivers, but I reckon a mid 32 should be pole here.
There you go. Done.
Okay, low 32. Sorry, I was wrong apparently.
The man asks, the man is delivered.
So we've still got Rialto, Ristofani at the saddle lap. There's quite a few cars that actually haven't set a lap. Clifton Marsh all the way to Mitchell. Stefano Raschudi's in P20, so we definitely know he's got some more pacing up his sleeve. Michael Velasquez, Mr. Padman. I think he said there's a second pad user in this split. Mohammed Zikri.
Yeah, that's see, but I don't see the name. Not in the top 23.
I think I could win a sprint race on a controller, says Nathan in chat.
Do it, Nathan.
Well, you've got one way to do it, mate. Sign up. Or if you are signed up, use your pad. Back it up. We'll give you that crown afterwards.
Yeah, but I mean Velasquez is incredibly quick on that pad, but not necessarily the best track for the Ferrari here.
No, it's not.
Stefani, as he comes across the line, will he set a valid lap? He does
No.
not. He has validated again. Most likely turn 1, I would hazard a guess. He probably invalidates again there.
Speaking of Ferraris at Oulton Park, next week in the Grand Tour, the Challenge Evo. The 7-geared, is it 7 gears, right? 7-geared monster?
I believe it is.
It's
Well, it has 7 gears, but you never use first, so it's technically a 6-gear car, basically.
Oh yeah, you don't use those first couple. You're in that race as well, Peach, when it's first dropped.
Amazing.
I don't think I've sweat so much in a race in my entire life.
It was basically like driving any of the normal GT3 cars without traction control.
Yep, in a tunnel.
It's just an absolute, once it starts going, it's just a fucking rocket, and then you try and get it to slow down and it doesn't, and then you try and get it to turn and it just doesn't, and then it does very much turn. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
Nathan's saying he races Becketts on controller. My PC won't start, so I can't race. Well, you've cursed yourself a little bit, just to be fair.
Okay, Nathan, I remember that race. How did that end up going, mate? If you want to take a view back at the past.
You'll have to recap it.
I remember him getting reverse grid pole, leading, and then the rain absolutely ruining it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Sounds familiar.
Let's see, with Luca Giacomin coming across, he'll have time for one more lap, and he does only about a
33 flat.
Let's see if Burrs does get into the 31s. If there's one driver in this grid that's absolutely capable of doing a 31, it is Lucas Burrs, having come off a win in the Lamborghini Real race. I don't know if anybody saw that, but it's a nice little feather in the cap for him.
Yeah, that's going to be quite a competitive grid this season.
Actually, yeah, honestly, I'm quite surprised by the lack of competitive lap times up at the top. I was expecting at least 6 or 7 drivers into the 32s, but as we said, tight little racetrack, not that easy to find space.
Sorry, chat's just taking it to the next level. This is a absolute beautiful lap. He's up 1.2, so he's going to jump up to 3rd, 2nd.
Nice, and he has time for one more lap. Hopefully the car ahead is not too slow. On a duty coming across, he'll be looking to improve. He does, but only P14. He'll be hoping for more, still enough time. A couple of guys who are crossing the line with just enough time to do one more lap.
What does that livery look like, the 05 Motorsport one? With a different skin. Interesting. Steve Davis will be in here.
No, I was just going to answer Gorilla and say my dog is not bigger than a horse. It's the same size.
Same size.
Small horse.
Oh, that is horrible,
check out?
Nathan.
Yeah, that's not a good way to do it.
Fortunately, Mr. Weatherburn got held up there by a slower vehicle, so his qualifying is done. Shady Samuel is the only one of the top 8 or so that's actually still on a competitive lap. So
He's
let's
down
see if
1.5.
he is not on a competitive lap. I stand corrected. Huey Matthews with his Zero inspired livery, which is pretty nicely done, if I may say so.
Yeah, I like that.
Clean. Don't rate the white diffuser, but the rest of it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it, the white? Could get away with the red, maybe, if you didn't want to go black. Does he improve?
He
He's
wouldn't
up
be
a
able to
second.
go back. P15. Sorry. You set it up.
Oh, look, I must have done it. I pressed the wrong button in panic.
Great lap from Stewie Matthews there to go P15. Velasquez will be rather disappointed with his qualifying performance, as will Rachuti and Luke Johnson. Quite a few people out of position here.
So far, 100% disaster turn 2 for the first 2 previous splits, which equals 2 safety cars. If you're a
It's
betting
got to
man,
happen again.
you'd
It's got to
do
happen
that.
again.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I can't see... Can we have a look at that Lexus livery at the back there? Because that looks freaking stunning. Can we have the little grid fly over...
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go back up this way.
Okay, we don't have to look at versus, that's fine. 30, couple of Red Bull liveries. Picoman with the 0 effort. Porsche with the 0 effort. 0 effort there. The first livery is quite nice. That's a Martini inspired Porsche, which is very nice. Convoy with the lack of effort. But quite a lack of effort here by everybody. See another Honda there, that is the Samuel brother, I suspect. And Velasquez. Huey with the 0, talks with his 5 Ziggin. Quite proud of that one, and it is quite nice. 0 effort from the McLaren. The Chuti with a very nice Italian.
Another one here. That's definitely the best one on there. Not biased. I just like that bit.
Like that Lambo behind it.
It's out
Oh,
there.
okay.
This is the one you liked. This is the one Peach
No,
liked,
I didn't
everyone.
say I liked it. I said
Peach's
I wanted
favourite
to
right
see
here,
it.
everyone. The Lexus.
No, don't put that on me. Don't you put that juju on me. That's awful. Who's that? Can we...
That's Aaron McIntosh.
Okay.
Oh, he's not gonna be
Can we
happy.
put Macintosh in the bin? That's very nice from NEI. He made that himself, and I think that turned out bloody nice.
It's Rochford. Loves
It
his
is
purple. Loves it.
Very royal.
Chrome Audi, which is always nice. Bushel in his Pete Viney designed delivery. It's quite nice. What is that? That is...
Nice.
Oh, it's
Right.
on me, yeah, okay. That's nice.
Hey, you win, Jason. Well done. Congrats. 4 horsemen. Like that.
Quite a nice one, yeah.
Good
that's
old
very nice,
wins
yeah.
on the front.
Martini-ish Aston.
That's an in-game livery. Yep, that's certainly a Sprint Series livery. Yeah, a couple of nice ones, a couple of awful ones, but pretty good spread.
That should actually be illegal. I think that's why people pick it though, or make it. $1.05 is the current odds for a safety car. Ooh, that's good money. I might throw 1,000 on that.
What's the odds on not a safety car? Because I'd want to put $5 on that, just cause.
I think Sportsbet's closed for that.
Oh, okay, damn.
I'm going to say 26 to 1.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna say we won't have a safety car.
Wow. Just want to give a quick shout out to any Dallas Mavericks fans out there.
We don't follow basketball, so I'm not sure if that's an insult. Or...
Penalties already coming in. Car 14, 5 seconds for blocking in qualifying.
Bang.
Stewards are on the money.
We're not here to milk chickens. Who is 14? David Bartlett.
He would already be disappointed with his qualifying performance, so he'll definitely be happy to get a penalty as well.
Yeah, I hope to see EU and NA have a crack with the customs. Might put up a poll and a vote during the season, the best livery. Get a Weeb gift pack.
No, just...
We disqualify all Weeb liveries from that competition.
A Hello Kitty bum bag.
You're meant to be attracting sponsors to this, Mel, not pushing him away.
OOR Sprint Series. Thank you everybody for watching.
Toilet duck.
I mean, that's a hard livery to beat, honestly.
Oh,
Just in terms of creativity, it's certainly up there. Like Burst's livery is actually really well done. It's just
Not Jamugga Milo.
no,
Like
it's
taste.
It's Milo made with soy milk, basically.
Lots of Red Bull out there. Alright, well, fingers crossed we can have a nicely bunched up grid, some decent starting times, no overspeeding, no out of positions, no carnage, no chaos, more than 12 metres. That'd be fantastic. Speaking of 12 metres, there's a t-shirt coming soon. It's fucking awesome. Alright, I might call the start of this.
Go for it, mate.
Just pushed off a little bit there, just need to hold it up. The front two aren't meant to exceed 80 at all after the safety car goes. But we're 2 from 2 for safety car starts on lap 1, and we're green lights here in Split. Becketts for season 11 on the Simrigs. Oh, the great start there by Burst ahead. The two at the front next to him have just come side by side. They've pushed him wide. And there's absolute carnage, murder, death, and everything in between. You watch this. She's going to kick off more. And that is 3 from 3. If you're paying out in Sportsbet, you've already claimed your money because death, taxes, and a safety car at Oulton Park.
In fairness, you said safety car turn 2. That was turn 1. So...
well, I think Sportsbet's just shut up shop.
Who did we lose there?
Weatherburn and somebody came together and then went together into the wall. I think it may have been Hasnam. And they kept going right when the road straightened up.
And with that though, I think that's the highest. Oh, that's Jacob Weatherburn. Oh no, that's the highest up the grid we've seen an incident. So that was P2, P3 sort of kicked that off.
Yeah, P4, P5 there from the start. I mean, Luca gave Shady absolutely no room, and Shady managed to keep it going straight. So it wasn't Haslam who got involved with Weatherburn, but I think it may have been Ristafani maybe. So I don't see him on the leaderboard at the moment. So
I definitely thought because Ristafani's car is pretty distinctive in that wonderful Italian flag, and I saw him off to the left somewhere. Oh, Ricciuti, sorry. Yep.
It was a Porsche who got involved with Weatherburn, so I'm just not sure which particular one it was. But we will get a replay anytime soon, I suppose, to have some more in-depth views of the deck and destruction.
Very little you can do when you're that car on the inside.
It is such a tricky turn one, because you need to obviously maximize it to get the speed, but that exit curb, it does tend to be slightly temperamental in terms of how it reacts to the car. So obviously in a bad mood when Yoda hit it, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
I'm just going to fix replay. We do see quite a few pits, so the safety car is probably going to be out there for 2 laps, I'd say, at a guess.
Yeah, I suspect Weatherburn will have a fairly long pit stop after that wall contact. But at least we haven't had an incident under the safety car, so that's an improvement. Fingers crossed.
Yet.
That much wink wink, please don't do it now.
You've just cursed it.
Quite a few people swerving and weaving, which for those unaware, in this game does nothing except for really grain your tires. So don't do that. Brake hold, brake drag, get some heat into the tires. And,
looks better on telly though, Paige.
It looks amazing. I mean, yes, for sure, but it also leads to oopsies and bonks and balks, and which is what we don't want to see.
So I think we saw 3 cars pit, 164, 222, 219.
So 164 is
Shreddy, Ristofani, Weatherburn. There's some three basic gentlemen.
That'll be interesting to see now what they can achieve in terms of a comeback. We saw a great comeback from Gibbo in the previous race. So this is where the strategy comes into play, I guess. If the safety car stays out another lap, which it will obviously at this stage,
yeah,
it might be worth it for those guys to just dive into the pits behind the safety car, get that one pit stop out of the way, where they should in theory still be able to come out ahead of the leaders, hopefully. But it's a risky strategy. It's a hard play from where they are at the moment.
Oh, it is. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's been the flavour though for this round. We've seen quite a few guys in that top 10. Incident lap 1, coming to the pits early, fought their way back. I would assume most of them fixed the damage just then.
Yeah, you would assume so. I mean,
Jacob's car looks brand new. So does this one.
Oh, I didn't think Red Bull had any more money.
Nah, it's okay. It'll just come out of Newey's salary.
So when are they disqualifying Red Bull?
They won't, unfortunately.
Not you, Yoda.
Yeah, he disqualified himself into a wall there, unfortunately. So, yeah, unfortunate start to the race, but we've seen it in every race so far this sprint series. It's just one of those tracks where incidents are pretty easy to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Which round are you most looking forward to? Which race? I asked this question last night. For myself, it'd be the Series Silverstone Mini Enduro.
If you had asked me before the Enduro vote, I would have said the Silverstone Mini Enduro, but seeing as we're doing an endurance race, I'm going to have to say Kyalami. I love Kyalami.
Yeah,
so
I just thought you were going to say that. What about yourself, Tom? I asked you, didn't I, last night?
No, we weren't coming together last night, but I was always looking forward to this one. This track always puts out a cracker of a race, especially with the 2 pit stops. There's always pace going somewhere in the field. There's always people fighting over something. So really, and round 1's always fun too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly one of my favorite rounds. Sorry, what was that, Mo?
I'm looking forward to all the rounds. I just thought the mini endurance last season kind of really took off nicely. But we're about to get underway here again for Split Becketts. Fingers crossed we see a nice clean restart, which we've done so far. We're 2 from 2 in the restarts. Can we make it 3 from 3? As Burrs is away, Giacomin not too far back off his tail. And you can see P4 darts into the pits. That could be Shady Samuel. That's a big
Shady
call
Samuel.
from the leader. I do believe there's going to be probably 3 or 4 that do pit. You see they're all the way up here, and the back of the grid where Weatherburn is, they're just getting around the last corner. Doesn't take much. Only 3 corners back.
That may have been a stroke of genius from Shady, because he's going to come out in clean air. And
Yeah, no
he'll
one pitted?
just be able to that.
Wow.
Just do his own thing for half an hour.
Yep, he won't be caught by the leaders. He won't be catching too much traffic, as somebody has binned it at turn 3.
Yeah, that's Stephen James who joined late. Could be technical issues. He's just gone, yeah, straight off.
There we go, Shady Samuel leaving the pits. He has oodles of just open track ahead of him. He can bang in some absolutely packing laps until the pit stops start playing out. So I think we may be witnessing a stroke of genius here, but time will tell.
He's not as far behind as you probably might have thought he would be from the back of the pack.
No?
Progress. I wouldn't know what your normal liveries are, sir. As who's that? Brad Cook's gone a little bit wide. Oh, they're 3 wide, coming down the final straight before the last corner. I don't know how they've sorted that out, but they have.
Very nearly some Honda violence there, as Samuel runs a little bit wide, it seems, allowing Brad Cook to get back through. Viney looking to take advantage, but I think Cook will be ahead of Samuel already. Won't compromise his line too much. Although that is a very spicy turn 1 by all 3 of them there. And the outside of turn 3 is not something that you can do. You can, however, hit that curb and go off the track. Keeps it out of the wall nicely.
Same too for Vine. He had a cracker of a start. I think he was sort of about 20th, already up into sort of 12th or 10th.
To be fair, Pete saved that pretty well then.
Absolutely.
And also a very tricky spot to rejoin as well. So we have a slow car up ahead somewhere.
Oh, it's
There it is,
Rochford.
that's Convoy.
That's
No,
Convoy. Oh, not another season. I just saw the purple and assumed it was Scott.
Looks like Convoy managed to hit the gap, so hopefully he doesn't have any damage from that.
Oh, he's in that little gap there. We'll
He's
have a look at the
in-
replay later.
Is Mike real in chat? Because that's how you rejoin there.
I think Mike's gone to bed, if I'm being honest.
Lucas Bird already opening up a gap ahead of Giacomin here. Haslam trying to hold on to the back of these top 2, but it will be tricky. They are both incredibly fast. David Bartlett has gone from bad to worse, so he's having a race to get already. Did
Yeah.
somebody tell Bendik that the ugly livery round is the last round, or?
I have faith that one day he'll deliver the goods.
I was concerned with the fact that he has free reign of a custom livery, because I mean you're limited in terms of just the colors when you're making an in-game livery, but they can
Don't
make,
encourage
I
him,
mean, like
Peach. Don't encourage him.
like Rugras has showed us, you can make something truly horrific.
I'm hoping that, you know, he's just sort of showing that, you know, we're going to get worse from here. And he's going to turn up at the last round with just something that just isn't suitable
I've
for
got an
streaming or
idea
something.
for him. So all of his liveries from previous seasons, he needs a screenshot of those cars, and then he just needs to stamp it on the car like Rogas has done with his face. An ugly, ugly livery.
But with the amount of colors, it might actually be some weird combination of nice.
Like that Mr. Men car, you know, there's a lot going on in that car, but it kind of works. That's
It
a Lexus in the wrong spot.
That's where the Lexus with that livery belongs, unfortunately. I'm not going to encourage that at all. That it just when he bins it, I'll be celebrating. We see here the other pad driver. You can see by the inputs, Mr. Mohammed Sikri is quite fascinating to go on board with these bad drivers and see how the wheel reacts, especially when they catch a slide. Chalmers there's come up into P10, Steve Matthews up into P11, so good start for those guys. That's a pretty standard turn 4 shenanigans at Oulton Park.
Sorry, Ruggrass. Only one of your face is beautiful. You know, when you see something too much, it does the opposite thing. Oh, 8 has disappeared. No, 8's in the kitty litter. It's in 3 or 4.
Lucas Burst has done 8:31.9.
That is just rude.
Which is just sickening. I just threw
Not
up
fair.
a little bit in my mouth. I've been grinding the whole week and managed a 32.4, and he does a 31.9 in race trim. So that's yeah, just shows the type of pace that some of these guys have. I must admit, between the two Honda Red Bull liveries, Samuel's is a little bit nicer than Weatherland's for me.
It looks a bit more cohesive. It is a rip-off of the special livery they're in at Turkey.
I love how they call it a special livery when all they've done is just strip off the other colour and just put it as white.
It's a special livery because they forgot to paint it.
What? What have you done? Low effort. Love it.
Have you seen the Williams livery for this weekend? It looked pretty spectacular.
Spectacular in a bad way?
No,
in a
actually
good way.
looked really good. Really
Oh
nice.
wow, they've actually done something good with the livery for a while.
Stars and stripes.
Oh wow, I'll have to check it out.
Paddy Malik here, right onto the tail end of the left Barker, trying to make his way through.
Barker really testing Malik's patience through that hairpin.
It is certainly one thing that you have to test here is your patience with sitting. The problem is you have to be very patient and sit behind people, but it's such an incredibly difficult track to follow closely on as well. So you need to find that sort of ultimate balance between being patient and following closely. It's really quite tricky and exhausting. Convoy here.
Convoy's back out on track. Yeah, having some nice battles. No damage from that off. Needs some luck this season, this man.
What do you mean? He had fantastic luck last... Oh no, wait, no, he had 0.
Yes, it's pretty lower than 0, but
He had negative luck.
negative luck. The corn boy himself.
Stewie Matthews must have had... Oh, he was number 8. He was the one in the kitty litter because he was running P11. He is now P31. That must have been a rather big incident.
Here's the two from lap 1. Still fighting each other. And they're both pitting at the same time. Any chance you two can do something? Wow.
That's the wall.
Yoda. Oh, in the wall he run. That is not... Yeah, he's not going to be a happy man.
So John's saying that Shady pitted again, but on the leaderboard it's showing him as only having completed 1 pit stop. So, unless he's still in the pit lane. No, he's not in pit lane, so...
Didn't he change tyres
Did-
again?
He must have messed something up in a pit stop because...
That's not...
unless John is confused. Which happens often. Nice little train forming here in the mid-pack. We have that Lexus thing. And quite a few people nose to tail. Convoy at the back of this little pack.
You really see the controller inputs for Zikri.
Very good.
No, Finished. You go.
No, I was going to say it's quite
Jeez, I
ooh,
thought it
that's
was
a
way
late
too-
decision.
My word, it was. I could have sworn
In.
it was the fence. Oh no, my tires.
Hey, man.
See Bushel, Sabille in the pits, a couple of people in that little train that we were just on board with, deciding to unhook as we see Convoy making that McLaren as big as he can in the mirrors of Licky there. As we've seen in the previous race, that is not a place that you want to go side by side into. It never works out well.
Still chance for a top 10. Jamie, head down, bum up. No sausages allowed. No bananas.
Get to work. Do the laps.
Yeah, it's that turn 4. The amount of times in practice that I've been through that little gap or into the wall, it's just so easy. Just carry a little bit too much speed, and once that grass takes a hold, you're done. Speaking of grass.
Not how you do that corner, Brad.
Ooh, no, he cooked it.
A bit further right, if you wouldn't mind.
It's twice tonight that he's had enough there, I think. Gone wide.
I'll play some rejoin as well.
Causing a collision, 10-second penalty. 219 is Weatherburn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. 209.
I'm not sure if him and Rastafani had another coming together or if that's for the lap 1 incident.
Oh, slow. Thought he's having a solid race. Shady's endurance teammate, Rames, he's P8. He's right behind
His
his
brother
back.
as well? Or?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't asked.
Whoa.
I don't think I know anyone called Shady. I know some shady people.
Ooh, this is always tricky for the car on the outside. They make it work. Ramirez behind them, looking for something to take advantage of, but no incidents as of yet.
Very fair driving from both drivers. Just enough room.
It'll be interesting because the Porsche would be much stronger in a few corners here, whereas the Beamer will be stronger in the sort of high-speed stuff. So, yeah, that's a difficult little battle to manage. I think we have
Ladies
one
tapped
jumping
out.
the pits.
Good decision, I think.
Chalmers running in P9, solid race for him so far. We're hoping to have no danger.
Kovacs drink carrier. Is that true?
I haven't received my drink, so he's not very good at it.
He is known for buying drinks.
I thought it's Chalmers who's known for buying drinks.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
correct. Oh, car
why there
18
must
at turn 1.
Then what? No, at the goods.
Good, sorry. Yep.
18. Got 18 or 40? The Bartlett is
Sounds on
certainly
the
having
track
a race
there.
to forget at the moment. Oh, that's a wall. That's some damage.
That's not going to buff out, I don't think, anytime soon.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he returns to the garage and sits on the sofa after that. Been having a bit of a mare today, but he is slowly making his way to the pits.
Sean says, isn't Tassie all shady? We don't have enough trees, mate. We've cut them all down. We're just one big paddock down here. There's 5 of us.
In the whole of Tasmania,
Yeah,
only
just
5.
Just 5 people. Yeah.
Just 5. Oh, fair enough.
They're all doing the overland hike over Cradle Mountain.
House prices have gone up, but there's only 5 people, so go figure that.
They're all Airbnbs.
They're all Airbnbs, yeah. We're just full of tourists.
Is one of these guys going to blink, because they have been all over each other for quite a while now. As we see the battle ahead of them as well, Gafour and Bechtel very close. It's the sort of period of the race where these guys in these tight little battles might be thinking about trying an undercut and seeing what they can figure out.
What are you doing if you're Ramirez?
I'm betting. Just have to, although that could help. Just going to give him the outside, and we know this is not an easy place to go side by side. He is fully alongside. Crook late on the brakes, but he goes over the curve. Not Crook, sorry,
I don't think you can hold that position, champion. David, this is race control. You may need to see that position.
Not going to do it without a fight.
Shady's right behind. That's a horrible spot for him to be.
He's 3 laps down already, so he's definitely messed up the strategy. Why is Barker not giving the position back? This is interesting. Dive into the pits. And there goes Ramirez. I think that is the smart call in this situation.
Well, now what do the stewards do? Because he didn't give the position back. It's going to be hard for him to give it back now.
5-second penalty for getting an advantage.
That's what I
See
would have
Convoy
done.
with a move on rock pits.
It's just a hard one to, if they're not watching that battle, to see, because it doesn't pop up anywhere, and if no one's probably going to call it out. Hopefully they saw it, as the race leader, well, the provisional race leader, is coming out right in this battle. That is Lucas Burrs in the beautiful livery, the favourite one of Peach. Up in P8 with a average time of 31.9.
An 8-second gap to Giacomo behind, so
Oh, he's in trouble here. He has to pass Jamie Conboy, and Jamie Conboy's a freaking god.
he's got a very feisty Scott Rochford behind him, so
I want to see what Jamie does here. Does he just hold his own? Because he's in a battle with 2 other cars and he doesn't have to cede because there's no blue flag. He's probably still 6 seconds clear of the next car anyway, Burrs, but
He's definitely losing a lot of time here currently. If Giacomo has any sort of clear air, he should be holding out and staying out as long as possible. He will close that gap to Burrs quite a lot.
it's interesting to see how patient Burrs is.
This will be super frustrating. I mean, he didn't pit particularly early or anything like that. It's just people are running so long that he's getting absolutely screwed by the strategy at the moment.
Oh, and the car ahead of Convoy pulls away into the pits. Last lap 2:21, but that is out of the pits. I do reckon he'll get him down towards the hairpin, maybe just before that corner. But he needs to be really close and have a great exit. Right, oh, James a little bit slippy on the rears, but he's managed to get out all right. So Burrs is going to have to wait.
It's certainly one of those situations where you would hope Convoy has no obligation whatsoever to give him the position, but you would hope as the leader that, or the provisional leader, that he would. But you put yourself in that position, unfortunately. Oof, it's very close to Convoy there. Oh, Convoy still defenders. I don't think he's defending it. Burrs puts it up the inside. Convoy lets him go without much
Convoy's
of a
letting him
fight.
go. Now we're going to have 2 Weeb liveries.
Oh, is this like a
This is gonna-
some kind of
Is that allowed on
madness
YouTube?
fight or
I
something?
don't know,
I
actually.
don't know.
We'll soon find out. The stream dies, we know what's happened.
can you check the live monetization state of the stream?
Banned? I've never seen that slogan yet. So he still has a few cars to negotiate. Burrs. He's come out in a pretty crappy spot, if I'm being honest. Luca is in the pits and so is Hasnam. I don't think they'll get in front of Burrs, but it still would have cost him a few seconds. No, he's backed off there. So he's going to be fine.
Gap has not really come down much, it doesn't seem.
No, maybe Lucas made a mistake somewhere. I couldn't tell you.
There we go, 5-second penalty for Barker for leaving the track and getting an advantage. I mean, that was pretty pretty predictable. Predictable. Very predictable. Sorry.
See, he hurt himself a little bit there. He could have just ceded the position, and it wouldn't have gone to penalties. But they kind of forced the steward's hand because he can't actually give the position back because the guy behind him pitted.
Yeah, exactly.
So
McIntosh was defending this quite a bit harder than Burst would be hoping. He's actually defending it.
he's pulled it up. Oh, nice
Great
overtake.
move.
That's
there.
mighty.
Huge.
Oh, that's Annie Scott Rockford there behind taking the Barker line. Just seeing what it feels like. What is the gap between Burst and McDermott at this stage? It appears to be about
7 seconds.
Not really lost much. I think it was about just over 8 seconds ahead before the pit stops. So he's done well considering where he came out. The McIntosh dive into the pits. That's going to free Convoy up to do some clear laps for first time in this race that he will have clean air. So really hoping to stay out for a little while longer.
Yeah, run a bit long for a little while, mate.
What do you got for us, JC? 31.9. Here we go. Done. Maybe not.
I mean, if he ignores both chicanes, then maybe. Yeah, as John and Baby pointing out, Burrs he's almost annoyingly patient, and it's messed him up in races I've seen before, and especially in reverse grid races where he's not particularly aggressive making his way through the back. He's just very, very clean. So there's certain people. It's like the Max Verstappen rule, pretty much, where you give him that extra bit of space, and Burrs is just the opposite of that.
Yeah, like Andy O'Hara for me is similar. Andy will
Yeah,
push
exactly.
though, but I just don't see him ever into the back anyone, and generally most of the time he's a bit quicker than the cars ahead.
Just lets his pace do the talking.
O'Hara quicker than the cars ahead. That's a controversial thing.
I think the worst part about that is cars ahead of O'Hara. That's the...
Yeah, exactly. Something must have gone very wrong somewhere.
Usually turn one shenanigans.
Nah, but it is. I mean, there's always, obviously, every driver is completely different. And it's a nice thing through the season. You get to know how to race against certain people, who you can be aggressive with, how you need to show some more restraint against, and it's 50% of the fun of racing is just judging who you're driving against.
Yeah.
Is there maybe another car in fact that we can look at that doesn't look like that?
No, there's anyone left.
It's
It's beautiful. Looks like
is.
Jet Coleman was stuck behind Rochford for a little bit there. He's managed to get out of that.
Gap is up to about 9 seconds now to Burrs, so Burrs in the clean air is pissing off, but we see car number 1 there going rather slowly after the second chicane. He is back up and running. Where car number 1 is Levi Adams.
Making his debut tonight. Great to see you out there, Levi. And Matty Powell is leading this race. He is trying the Bender Strat.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
It's the first time an MRT car has been leading anything. We're just there for the milk.
You'll be racing in Indy then.
I'm sure they'll tell me otherwise. Overall, comparing penalty-wise to this split to Ascari, Ascari's the new Becketts.
It's just
It's
give
too
him some
early?
time.
We're not even halfway to the race here, Mel. Come on.
I'm trying.
I know, one clean race does not a good split make.
Ooh, half a race. Okay, keep that
So there,
positive.
Ramez very nearly into the grass to him as well to keep it on track. That might be a warning for Gafur there. They are very strict with the track limits at the second last corner and this first corner as well. These guys have been battling before the pit stops and they continue to battle after the pit stops. So it's good to see everybody nailing their pit stops, otherwise they would lose out quite significantly. As oh man, it's
Oh, wall? Yeah.
Bit of a kiss.
like poop.
Now, Keith.
That is the worst curve on this
Old
whole
squeaky
track.
toy, just a high pitched.
Looks like no one in chat's got any faith for Becketts. I'm all about Becketts. Oh,
Ooh, that was so risky.
still want to control that then. And then he's gone wide.
That is an overtake for Velasquez on Marshall. Done well there. Marshall paid for all of the track. He's using all of it. So Velasquez will be a little bit disappointed with his results so far. I mean, we saw last season he was very competitive when he wasn't getting pit stop penalties. This must be trauma-inducing for him to know there's 2 pit stops in the race.
Oh yeah, the Ferrari's not too crash hot here.
I mean, that Ferrari and curbs is just something that doesn't necessarily go together very well. See the leader pitting, fortunately.
Burst with 10 seconds to Giacomin now. Can he beat Matt Lamb's 28-second win from the last split?
No, I don't think so.
What was the gap?
Purely
What was the gap last race?
28 seconds.
have to keep in mind that Britt was caught behind traffic for pretty much the first 40 minutes of that race, and Giacomin has been in clean air, so he's able to at least maintain the gap as much as he can. This is a really spicy little battle here. All it's going to take is one mistake and somebody could potentially lose 2 positions, or as you see a car parked in the non-parking zone, car 502.
Oh, Dale, what's happened, Dale? Oh, that
Thank
curb.
At least he avoided the boop, so that's good news for him in terms of damage.
The issue, Ruggrass, is there's too much paint on your car. Slows you up a little bit. I don't think your face is aerodynamic. If you shave your beard or you mow your goatee, maybe you go a bit quicker. Yeah, put a different... Yeah, shave your face and put it on your car.
More streamlined.
Put on a swimming cap.
Has anybody completed all their pit stops so far? I don't see anybody in the top 27 at the moment. Maybe there's somebody maybe.
Shady has.
Shady's
Mark Whistle and
Shady's
Shady's
got 8 stops. Poor Shady. Yeah, I reckon that second stop, he just hasn't changed to a new set of tyres.
I was wondering if the safety car had the timing wise, whether the pit window had opened yet when he went in on his first stop, maybe. But
Yeah,
either way,
it's done a stop. You're right. Good work, safety car.
Bunny Duck is a stunning livery. I mean, I love a purple livery as well, so that speaks to me. And yeah, as a man who enjoys his time on the porcelain throne, I appreciate livery.
The choice of blue as well is also really nice on that livery. It all just works.
Yeah, it's got a good thumbs up from all of us here. Ruggrass, you should wear a swimming cap and some Elton John glasses. Then do it.
And no shirt.
And no shirt. I reckon you could pull it off, to be honest.
Well, to have no shirt, you have to pull it off.
And some very old Y fronts in white.
Oh, wow, the Y fronts.
you have to have a Stella Artois in his hand. Oop, that's not where you can't park there, mate. Back frame. Is it the same curve again? Nope. It's the exit one this time.
That's an uncomfortable place to stop.
The leader they go through as well.
Oh, he's done that well, Zach. That's off, mate. That's 180.
So the battle for the lead here is not really anything to call a battle, I guess. So that gap has maintained a little bit, but Burs is in traffic at the moment, so that might play a bit of a role. But the battle further down from sort of Gafour, Malik, Samuel, a little bit of spice involved there. Everyone else gets very close. We have Jamie Conboy right behind Mr. Kong.
He's not too far behind Barker.
He's recovered well, Conboy. As he gets a position.
Last Kong, so Kong may have made an error, I guess. That's a bit easy. But yeah, he's gained, what, 8 positions after his oopsie?
Let's make a prediction. Where does Jamie Conboy finish? I'm going to say 9th.
E10.
11.
And yes, Ruggrass, please make the delivery.
Shave your eyebrows as well. Just do it.
Shave your eye. Really commit.
Do it properly.
Do it, yeah. You're going to do it, Ruggrass. Fully commit.
Shave your back.
Did you say back?
Yeah.
He's doing a 360 shot.
You don't want any hair. Well, I mean,
Wax
based
your
on his,
head.
get a Brazilian. You know, just go full whack. Just do it.
10.
Oh,
Oh,
as we see the
buddy.
mistake.
2 positions gone, just like that.
So easy just to dip a wheel in the braking, and it just pulls you off. Will this allow Samuel to close in on Gafour and potentially do a move? It doesn't seem like any of these 3 drivers are willing to send one up the inside.
Is Samuel an actual AM, or is that just we're just still settling
Still settling.
classifications?
Yeah, I'd imagine he's pro-am at the worst. He's got
There's a
pace.
lot of pro AMs between those top 3 AMs and the top 3 pros and the next couple.
Oh, if you look down lower though, like go down here. So Stefani, Weatherburn,
Head on
Cook,
that one.
Johnson, Samuel, Rashuti, Johnson. They're all Velasquez. They're all pro, capable top 3 drivers. Just haven't had their day.
Quite a few people running out of position here, but yeah, Ramez putting his stamp on that pro-am tag at the very least, I would say. But yeah, look at that row of pro-ams there. It's quite unusual to see in these races, really. Ruggrass using Photoshop is just that's.
Don't tell us that. Don't tell us that, Ruggrass. You just pretend you're not using Photoshop. Fully commit.
Not,
Tom and I said fully commit.
exactly, that's not really commitment. It's just.
Lazy.
It's doing a Red Bull. It's cheating. I really couldn't care how much Red Bull spent racing F1. Yeah, Paul
I
Britt
think Mercedes
is.
and Ferrari care a little bit.
Paul Britt got upgraded to pro, I reckon, lap 2. I don't know why it was still pro-am, but obviously they're still professional.
Yeah, I like how he's part of a car that's won an endurance race this
Yeah,
season.
yeah, I know.
He's a pro-am. That's good to see.
It should definitely be am.
There's a couple of people like Mark Bushell and Noski, Sean Bob now. Oop, that's not the line. Ricky.
Annie, I think he's definitely deserving of a pro tag.
Yeah, we still our petition for Noski and Bushell is still going at the moment. So once we get them up to their legitimate pro standing where they belong, then we can start working on the Scotty Rock the pro.
So what you're saying right now is Bushell's tanking.
Absolutely.
He does that. But look at he's completed all his pit stops so far. He's the second car on the leaderboard that's completed all of his pit stops. So when all these pit stops play out, he might be running into the top 15 or so again. Well, Matt, if you didn't put it in the wall, you would have won. So, shoot.
If you finished first, you would have won.
Thanks, Will Buxton.
Exactly.
Thanks, Ferrari strategist. If you finish ahead of the cars behind, you will win.
Where?
Get back to Stuart Inoski.
Bob, now I will not leave you alone until you have your white number next to your car. Thank you very much. Where you belong.
Especially with your brand new equipment.
Yeah, Mr. Bob now just got some new Fanatec equipment today, so he'll definitely be winning some more races anytime soon now. See, Convoy has closed up to the back of Parker as well. Whoa, that's a little bit deep on the brakes.
Making the most of his airtime there, Clifton. Oh, Swampy Butt.
Oh, is that Swampy Butt? Oh,
That's
okay.
Swampy Butt, yeah.
Finally I can put a car to the name.
Of course. No, it's a good man, Swampy.
Giacomo's done his final pit stop, so he's tucked right up behind Pete Viney, who's tucked close up behind Powell. So is that just a short stop?
It is. There's only 15 minutes remaining in the race, so these guys are running a little bit of a different strategy to what we've been seeing. Will he send it up the inside of Viney? He will not. There's some restraint there to stay behind. I think he knows pretty well that he won't be catching theirs in this race, so he doesn't need to push anything yet. But as I say that, he starts pushing things. Oh, and Viney is wide.
Wow, just better curse him, man. I was going to say, Viney, not let him have it easy as he goes drifting. I cursed you in my head, Viney.
They say
Good
it's
comeback
a
from
perfect
Pete, because he was off, well and truly off the track a little while ago.
Yep, no, he's still poking around there close to the top 10 at least.
How's
Sorry.
yeah, Jacob's still got a stop to go, 24th. One certificate for Jacob. There is a drop round. Aristofani, 20th. Not very much better.
He is a very good defender, but I think Giacomo will certainly run into some challenge if he catches up to Chalmers, who has the largest arse in OOR, I would say. On track.
On track. I'm glad you clarified that, because that's a lot of bum looking otherwise.
He'll try for the send up there. That's a bit of a... Well, it's aggressive, but fair.
This split has more white diffusers than any other split I've put together ever. I've seen more white diffusers in this split than I've seen the whole time I've been doing OOR.
Honestly, can't tell you the last time I've seen a white diffuser in any of our other splits.
They need to be blood diffusers.
It's just so you can see the blood more clearly, I guess.
The splatters.
Surely we mandate red splitters for split blood.
Well, it took the mantle from split green. Never
Yeah, split
forget
green
split
used
green.
to be the meme. But then, yeah, split red slowly took it over. And then one fateful day at Zolder, they took that crown in both hands and just wedged it onto their skull, pretty much.
They've been great tonight, though. 30 minutes to
Oh,
go.
8
I'm going to
for
keep saying it.
The magic number, car 8 with a drive through for track limits. So those penalties are starting to come out.
Track limits doesn't count. It Was he
It was a
really?
Kobe Bryant livery. I thought it was a Tamiya livery.
Black Mamba. Ah, well, there you go. Oh, wow.
Oh, what
a
happened
gorgeous-
there?
Oh, that's more wall. That's another wall.
I blame
Mini
Matthew
wall.
Lamb. Clearly distracted.
Who was
Oh,
that
there was a
someone
chance to
else
say,
involved
Kobe! We blew it! Kobe! Oh,
he's
okay.
been distracted.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
bad,
sorry.
bad rejoin if he's put the gas in there.
Looked like his brakes were locked up.
I mean, we know this grass is so slippery here. You just keep sliding. That's definitely gonna leave a scar, man.
Oy.
Get out.
I'm not apologizing for that.
Nah, you don't have to.
Don't boo me. I've seen what
I'll
makes
allow
you
it.
cheer. Can we get a replay up to see what happened to Scarman there? Because that looked like he took some violence into the wall as well. Matty Bell has completed all his pit stops. He's running P14. Is that P13 now after the overtake on Gowers? It should be. Quite a few drivers ahead of him still have P30. He looks very, very on target for a top 10 here, I would say. A bunch of people in the pits at the moment. Jamie Conboy running in P4. We can get a replay of Scarman.
What have you done, mate? That's a bit wide.
Yep. Oh, he's held the brakes. I mean, he's done what he can, I guess, there. Unfortunately. Maybe he should have kept the foot in it to get across the track, but just bad luck for Sabille there, unfortunately.
Alright, let's go back up to the top 10. 10 minutes to go for the first round of the Asia Pacific Simrigs Sprint Series. We've got Europe and North America coming up soon. Bushtold
What has happened
off
to
Remor Malik.
Honka?
Who's that?
No, they were... Oh, where's Kapoor? Sorry. What, is he behind Malik? So what's happened there?
No,
Because he
I've just
was...
seen something pop up.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
we've seen it.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh,
And he was... Hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel. Because that came up just as he was about to pit.
oh, it's been removed. So I'm guessing that's
Speeding in the pit lane, maybe.
yeah.
Served.
Oh, served.
Or
I reckon he
no.
served it.
Do you reckon it came up just as he entered the pits?
Unless
Maybe?
he, yeah, maybe exceeded track limits on the final corner and then just served it immediately. That is very silly, Jamie Conboy.
Oh, I don't know actually. If he served a drive-through, he'd be further down than that, surely.
Very short pit lane.
Back to my replay monitor.
Oh, Jamie.
Oh wow, maybe I'll take it off
Okay.
Jamie's camera first.
Yeah, just let him have a break.
See ya,
This
mate.
is sadness. This is like the boy in the striped pajamas.
Yep, track limits.
Track limits. Okay. Whoa, Bushel. That's the old track layout, mate. Oh no, sorry, that's Malik. Sorry. It's gonna allow Samuel to get away a little bit at least, get some breathing.
You're right, he served it. Picked it up, served it within seconds.
So this battle here, we have Bechtold and Samuel just a little bit up the road, and they are provisionally P4, 5, and 6, roughly, and P7 as well. So we have 4 cars here fairly close to each other, with 8 minutes remaining. I think the patience of not trying a send will soon be wearing out, and these guys will be becoming a little bit more aggressive to try and get those final little positions settled down.
Credit to Pete Chalmers, who has jumped in the car and on Oulton Park for the first time tonight, running in the top 10. That is a mighty effort. Especially in the Honda.
The Honda is OP. So.
But it also is deadly.
Yes, that is also very true. Yeah, no, he showed up about, what, 5 minutes before we jumped into the comms room and said, what's a good lap time around Oulton Park? And I proceeded to do one of those. So, yeah.
I think that's the Charles Clark strategy, isn't it?
Pretty much, but at least he knew it was Oulton Park, whereas Charles
True.
Clark shows up and asks what track he's racing and what car he's supposed to use. The other gamepad lad here on the inside. I'm going to have a side-by-side into turn 4. This always ends well. Will it end well this time? A little bit of a break there. That's not going to go well for a shooty. He pulls out of it very nicely. Everybody keeps it nice and safe into the hairpin. Such a hard corner when somebody compromises it ahead of you. To not die there is incredibly challenging. You have to check up a little bit. Chalmers hydraulic braking so failed. He's running without pressure. So that's more
massive.
impressive. That's also not how you spell hydraulic.
Oh, that's
As we
that's
see
not,
Jamie
is it?
Convoy there facing the wrong way. Jamie!
6 minutes to go, mate. Come on. Bring it home.
Oh,
Ahead of the
wow.
leader as well. Ooh, that was a weird.
That was a weird one.
That was very weird.
Just on the marbles. Didn't quite get the turn in right.
Get out of that McLaren, JC. Next car down.
First, across the zone so far, Bradford here trying to get into the top 10. They are within striking distance. So everybody has completed their mandatory pit stops at this stage, and now every battle is for position. A bit deep there, but manages to pull it in. It's such a tricky corner there to manage the bounce of the curve and then get the car slowed down and get it accelerated out. It's super satisfying when you get it right. Some smoke there, which is a weird place for that to happen, but nobody going particularly slowly.
That's a good team name. Car is blue.
The goddamn car is blue.
True, isn't it?
Did you know it's now closed?
I'm
That's-
sure it has a theme song. Tom will sing his theme song for us, won't he?
Go. Go, Tom.
No, I don't have a theme song.
Okay, no worries.
No, for the car that is blue.
Yeah? What's your point?
You want to sing? I think Pete wants to sing it.
Boo.
Yeah, great out shout out from you, Gorilla. That's a very good result for Zikri on the controller. P18. Especially as someone quite new to the series as well. That's a fantastic effort.
Bad giggy chats.
I'm really not sure how the guys on the pads manage the tire wear. That for me is the biggest mind blown thing, because that was always the struggle in previous games like GT Sport when you try to play with the pad. It's the tires just melted. Really impressive to see what these guys are capable of.
He's doing well because he's got the rocket ship that is Rashuni right behind him and he's holding him off.
Cutie would be a little bit disappointed in his results today. He's usually fighting up in the top 5, so he'll be looking to make good again at Spa next week round.
Lamborghini not great around here?
I don't think it is. I haven't really seen much. There's not many people using it, but it doesn't appear to be the type of track that would suit it. Convoy there with a move on Rustafani. Not sure if he was performing the overtake or defending, but they are still fighting. 3 minutes remaining in the race. The leader is coming around the final corner, so we will have 2 more laps. Rustafani has done as much as he could in terms of this recovery, but P21, maybe P20, based on how Convoy has been bidding it. He's looking a bit jilty there. I don't know if he's fried his tires or something. Rastfani with a send up the inside. That is very rude, and he gets a smack on the nose. That might be looked at. A little bit aggressive there, but Kerman getting the lap in on him, and they keep going. Luckily nobody in the wall.
Samuel is very, very close behind up in P5 there.
This little battle pack here is just they've been fighting for the last 30-40 minutes. They've just been on each other the whole time. Nobody really having a significant pace advantage to be able to get through. We saw that were made a mistake earlier. Must have a couple of visions after the week.
Good save.
Very well held.
A lot of dancing around the track at the moment for these cars. A few drivers not getting their pressures right, perhaps.
Or is that just wanting a really pointy front end to get the car tucked in and
Low fuel, yeah.
sort it out?
Okay.
That's
That's
not
wide.
going to do anything for you, Rames. Oh, he's gone the wrong direction! P5 gone just like that. 3 Pyramids Racing today. Oh, that was the better half of it. But both Samuels have had a night to forget now. Does he hold on to a top 10? Oh, fuck.
Oh no. He's tried to do the right thing.
He has tried to do everything right. Come on.
Can somebody play the Benny Hill theme music, please? Just,
No, that gets the sad violin, mate. Come on, Rames. Come on, you got the outside.
No.
Titanic.
He went deep there and... That's a blue flag.
That went about as wrong as it could have potentially
yeah,
gone.
it couldn't have got much worse, unfortunately, there for you, Rames. But still been a pretty good race for yourself. You nearly finished in the top 5. One slight mistake and that's it.
Yeah, that is
Bushchild,
the rest
though.
you run of
Quite
this track.
impressed.
Yeah, fantastic performance by him.
Back in the
Result
Sprint
for
Series.
Has a name in P3 as well, just sort of running his own little race. Nothing really to worry about.
That's not everything we've watched. Has yep.
Only 4 seconds behind Jacob there,
Yeah.
and it's a pretty impressive performance. Yeah, we see Burrs crosses the line, takes a victory in round number 1 for Becketts. We will have Luca Giacomo crossing the line in P2. Not too long from now, he is in an absolute cluster here.
There's a cluster.
Not what you want
they're
when you're just going to
escorting
finish
him
the
across.
race, is it?
Oh, unfuck there, mate.
Can't bug there, mate.
Luca crosses the
Well
line.
done, Luca. It's Mario.
Mario has them in P3.
I thought I'd be loving how well he's gone tonight.
He's been under so much pressure for like most of the race, and he's handled it with absolute plum. We come around the last couple of corners. Ruiz, a tricky one, easy to get caught out there. I'm trying to keep it safe. No mess ups there. One more corner to go for Bechtold to secure P4. Paddy is very close. Will he be willing to send one up? Bechtold defends. Stays on the inside. Will Malik get a good run? Not good enough. Bechtold holds on. That is your P4 and P5 crossing the line with Kapoor just behind them on track in P6. P Chalmers, 0 practice, 0 brake pressure. He crosses the line in P7.
Great effort
Matty
as well.
Powell.
Matty Powell, get in there, mate.
P8.
Love to see it. Literally, 3 months ago, he was ready to give up on sim racing because he kept having issues with his brake pedal, and we peer pressured him into buying a new set. And it's great to see that he's out there having fun, going well. Awesome stuff, Matty. Nothing worse than gear that you purchase for good money that doesn't work.
Can you change the camera because that was just showing semen instead of horsemen? Just... when the menu was up.
Oh, you wanted to be this day? There, like that? There you go.
Oops.
Far out.
No, thank you
We're
for coming.
mature.
Anyway, it's been
Dad jokes. They never get old. But yeah, well done, Split Becketts. I think that was one of the races of the round so far.
Yep, certainly was. Much cleaner than anticipated. I mean, we were all looking forward to the content, and we got a little bit in the opening stages, but apart from that, they were pretty well behaved. We get a look at the official results. Of course, Lucas Burrs in the Honda with the fastest lap, P1, Luca Jacoman, and the Mario Hasnam in P3. Pro-Am class, you have Stefan Bechtold, Vladdy Malik, and Fahad Kafour. And in the AMs, we have Ramesh Samuel, who had an unfortunate end there, Zikri on the pad, and Thurkalini in P3.
I'm quite impressed with you knowing the reeling off the first names. That's good stuff there.
That's mighty.
You missed these last two. I'm gonna have a crack. Go and have a crack.
Muhammad and Damiano. And
Done.
then in the silver class,
Now you're just showing off, buddy.
the Kong, I don't know, and then Aaron McIntosh and Clifton Marshall, I think. Chris Marshall, not Chris Marshall.
It's Chris Marshall.
Mumble it. You make it work.
Chris
I think
Marshall
that's
and
Brian
Clifton
Cole.
Marshall. Okay.
Show them what you got.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having
Having
us.
us.
Always good to join in for Split Blood.
Yeah, next week will be a bit more carnage, I reckon.
And it's raining now in the server. That's unfortunate. That
Of
would have been.
course.
But yeah, as Mal mentioned, next week a reverse grid race, super sprint at Spa, which should provide some excellent entertainment. But before we get to that, we do have Europe and North America coming up in a couple of hours, so be sure to tune in for that if you're around. And from us here in the box, that would be it for us.
Yeah, thanks for watching, chat. See you all in about 7 hours for Europe. We're being 3 from 3 for safety cars at lap 1, so let's see if Europe and North America can avoid, but it's there for a reason. Let's use it. Thanks, JP. Thanks, Tom. See you guys next week.
Thanks, Violet.
Thank you,
Have a good
guys.
night, everyone.
Thanks, chat. Have a good night.